The following is a presentation of the GPAC Baseball Tournament on KYN TV. GPAC Tournament coverage on KYN TV is brought to you by Kopetsky's Ace Hardware, Explorers Credit Union, Runs Up, Fairfield by Marriott, Yankton Thrive, Elkhorn Valley Bank, and the Boathouse. Now we go live to Riverside Field for the Morningside pod of the GPAC Baseball Tournament on KYN TV.
I'll start things off here on the pregame show from Kopetsky's Ace Hardware. I'm Tel Tanner alongside Josh Bolter, ready for Game 5 of the Morningside pod. Co-host Mount Marty here in Yankton. We're at Bob Tarashinsky Stadium at Riverside Field here in the beautiful River City. Final game of Day 2. This is an elimination game between the Morningside Mustangs and the Doane Tigers. One moves on to Friday to face the Lancers of Mount Marty. The other goes home tonight. Josh, we've got one more game in store for tonight, and it's looking like a good one. These two seemed like they were on a collision course.
Yeah, the 2-3 seeds here in the GPAC tournament, the top two seeds here in the Morningside pod, and both, like you said, trying to avoid elimination and trying to get a rematch against Mount Marty tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, if that's how it comes down to it for either one of these teams. But right now, yeah, should be a good one. And you know, both teams already playing today. Doane earlier falling to Mount Marty, and then Morningside just got a win a few minutes ago against Northwestern, so it should be a fun game.
Yeah, both of them have one win and one loss in the tournament. Morningside's loss came yesterday to the Mount Marty Lancers. Doane's loss came today to the Mount Marty Lancers. Lancers are the lone undefeated team going to Friday. The winner of this game will have a date with the Lancers at noon tomorrow, and they will have to beat them twice in order to move on to the GPAC championship game on Monday. The Lancers can move on to that championship game tomorrow with one win over either of these two teams, whichever one it is that gets there. This pregame show brought to you by Kopetsky's Ace Hardware in Yankton, South Dakota, and Orange City, Iowa, or online at Kopetsky'sAce.com. We're going to go ahead and take a little break here. We've got maybe another 10 minutes before the start of this game. Just getting things rolling here for the final game of Day 2 in Yankton. Back in a couple of minutes. This is GPAC Tournament Baseball on KYN TV.
Summer's here. Now's the time to shift into gear. Explorers Credit Union's the place to go. With discounted auto loan rates that steal the show. 1% cash back, take the ride. Rates as low as 3.99 APY. Cruise into savings, take the ride. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Explorers Credit Union. Join the drive today.
Looking to vacation close to home? Well, how about Yankton? Yankton is located in southeastern South Dakota. It's close to Iowa and on the Nebraska border. That makes it a great option for a fun family getaway this summer. Enjoy the Lewis and Clark Lake area for camping, boating, fishing, swimming, hiking, or biking. Visit the Youth or Family Aquatic Center. Walk the Meridian Bridge and shop downtown. Hey, there's lots to do in Yankton, and it isn't that far away. Plan your next vacation at visityanktonsd.com. Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Bikes. It's what we do. This is Canada Ace Bike and Fitness, and we're passionate about bikes. Our bike enthusiasts are knowledgeable and will fit you to your perfect ride. Not only do we have hundreds of bikes in stock to shop from, but we also have all the accessories you'll need. We service what we sell, so repairs and tune-ups are handled in store. Also shop Oakley sunglasses, Columbia clothing, fitness, and disc golf equipment too. Shop Ace Bike and Fitness of Yankton today.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe banking should be personal. You're not just an account number. You're family at Elkhorn Valley Bank. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or saving for the future, our local team is here to guide you every step of the way. We listen, we care, and we make the process easy. Experience banking that puts you first. Elkhorn Valley Bank. Personalized service and local support. There is a difference. For more info, go to evb.bank.
Back here in the Kopetsky's Ace Hardware pregame show in Yankton, South Dakota, and Orange City, Iowa, or online at Kopetsky'sAce.com. Let's roll through our starting lineups here as we are just about ready to roll for Doane Morningside. Game 5 of the GPAC Tournament Morningside Pod. Loser goes home. Winner goes on to take Mount Marty tomorrow at noon. Roll through the lineup. Started off with the road team here. Due to a coin flip, it is Morningside as the home team here for this Game 5. By the way, Doane, the road team, will start with their starting lineups. Amick going to bat first, and he'll be in center field. Kwapnowski bats second. He is the DH. It is going to be Johnny Volcano who will bat third. He'll play second. Bond will bat fourth. He's the third baseman. The right fielder in Aaron Volcano batting next. That's the right fielder. Sixth will be Jones. He's first base. Seventh spot is the left fielder in Takahashi. Shortstop today is Neville's batting in the 8-hole, and Nix will bat ninth. Pitcher for Doane will be Yard for this Game 5. For Morningside, on the other end, Kielbasa will lead off. He's the shortstop. Delzell bats second. Left fielder Odell third. He's the third baseman. Snyder, the catcher, bats fourth. Right fielder Crissetti will bat fifth. Blackman, first baseman, bats sixth today. Seventh is the DH Hickson. Center fielder is Woods, and he'll bat eighth. And in the 9-hole is Bunkers, the second baseman. Kai Purdy-Burton on the mound for the Morningside Mustangs to start off this game, and there he goes, running out onto the field, ready to start this one. Morningside, once again, is the home team here for this action. That is your starting lineups today on the pregame show from Kopetsky's Ace Hardware in Yankton, South Dakota, and Orange City, Iowa, or online at Kopetsky'sAce.com. So we welcome back in Josh Bolter now. Final thoughts getting ready for this one, Josh.
Should be a good one. These are two really good, high-quality teams playing in a do-or-die matchup, both with at least the GPAC season on the line. See what would happen there further if they were to be eliminated today. But for now, this could be the end of the season for one of these teams, and I think you're going to see a lot of high-effort and high-quality plays today just based on it. It could possibly be the last game of the season.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to say, especially for the 2-seed Morningside. Historically, the GPAC is a league that normally will get an at-large bid or two sometimes. This year has been weird. There's a lot of good teams, and the 2-seed in the GPAC tournament, for the first time in, I think, a little while, not ranked or receiving votes. GPAC normally really strong baseball. Only Concordia is ranked or receiving votes. They're at number 12 right now, even though they fell once today, giving up 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth to Briar Cliff, who walked it off in that first game today. But for today, yeah, nobody's comfortable. You really need to win here, at least get to your conference tournament championship in order to kind of really feel comfortable in getting that at-large bid.
Right, and we'll see what happens here, and it's going to start with Logan Amick here at the plate, and hitting .375 on the season, 3 homers, and we'll see what he can do against the southpaw, Kai Purdy-Burton.
Amick to start it off. Kai Purdy-Burton will tell you all about his stats in just a moment. Last action for Kai Purdy-Burton was actually here in Yankton versus the Mount Marty Lancers. He pitched in that final doubleheader of the regular season versus Mount Marty. Morningside did win that game.
Yeah, looking at KPB's stats here, 6.75 ERA in his 11 appearances so far. Has struck out 39 batters, walked 43 on the year.
1-1 pitch. Low and outside there, make it a 2-1 count for Amick. The center fielder leading off this ball game. Final game of day 2. Game 5 of the tournament has just started. Tried to check his swing, but not in time there. Strike delivered. 2-2 count.
And you can tell Kai's kind of attacking with some heat early on. That had a little bit of speed on it and got it by for a strike.
Out towards left field. This one's going to be driven deep. And it bounces off near the top of the fence. That's going to be a double to lead it off for Doane. Amick stands on second.
When you talk about the high fence here at Riverside Field, that's one of those instances where Amick, if that fence wasn't so high, he's well over there. And nice hit to start and the double for the leadoff man.
See some of the ballparks where you have that lower fence, 4 or 5 feet. Not here in Yankton. Solid 10 feet fences, and they robbed that one. That was right at the top, 8 feet up on that fence for sure. Kwapnowski now up to bat. Just got a piece of that one. Foul tip, strike one. Into the glove of the catcher.
And the lefty hit.
DH.
Yeah, the lefty hit 445, 14 homers on the season. He's been really good and has a chance to runner on here. The lefty-lefty matchup against KPB.
Always interesting in the game of baseball are those lefty-lefties. No outs, 1 on, top of the first inning. We are just underway. Our first inning brought to you today by the Explorers Credit Union. Kwapnowski. Gonna put one out towards left field. Going back to the warning track is the Morningside left fielder. He'll bring up the glove and bring it down. Delzell makes the catch out and left. 1 out on the board. Runner on second for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice catch there. That one, I didn't think that was going to go very far, but that warning track power opposite field, you saw it there. We talked about how, looking at your Kwapnowski, he has power, 14 home runs, and catch there by Delzell, who had a home run earlier today against Northwestern. Makes the snag.
This game this tournament so far has been very similar for these two programs. As we have the first pitch of the next at-bat for Vulcano on the outside for Johnny Vulcano, the older brother. He's going to be the second baseman today. Purdy Burton readies again. But in that, they both had one very good game and one rather tough game against the same opponents. They both beat Northwestern handily, and then they both fell to the Mount Marty Lancers. Now coming into this one, the 2-3 battling for the right to play the 7 tomorrow. A little different here in Yankton, this tournament went in terms of expected outcomes.
Yeah, but you know what they say about expected outcomes in the GPAC? Throw them out.
Throw them
out. That's what
them
we've seen so far today. I mean, with Concordia falling as well on the other side, and we'll have updates for you as those continue throughout the night as well.
It's been a tourney for upsets, that's for sure. Ball throw there, 3-1 count. Kai Purdy Burton versus Vulcano. Dakota Wesleyan at Concordia. Or is the other game going on here? Dakota Wesleyan did beat Midland just a little bit ago here in that Concordia pod, so that game is just about to get underway. Dakota Wesleyan
about a half
versus
an hour
Concordia.
First pitch, yeah.
About a half hour, and that'll be an elimination game for the number 12 team in the nation, although you'd figure they would at least get an at-large bid. Strikeout there, first one of the day for Kai Purdy Burton, going to set down Vulcano.
On with some pop tonight is Kai Purdy Burton. Nice strikeout there, getting some heat by on the full count, and now just 1 out away from getting out of this early jam.
Bring up Bond. Jordan Bond.
I see what you did there. I like it.
1-0 count. Hey, Braden did it first earlier today.
Now time to see if he's shaken, not stirred at the plate. No? Anything? Anything?
I get how shaken can connect in sports, but how does stirred go in?
I don't know. I'm not James Bond. You ask
All
him.
right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right, well, Mr. Jordan Bond looking very stirred at the plate, I guess. 1-1 count.
I just figured that's his other tagline. That's what I got for you. I don't know if there's any other James Bond catchphrases. Looks like we're cleared from rain tonight as well, Tal.
That's a good thing. There was a cold rain in the middle of that Morningside Northwestern game. Looks like it's going to be beautiful weather here as we got a swing and miss for strike 2 for Bond. Beautiful weather in Yankton once again, sitting right around 60 degrees. Sun is out as we are getting into the later stages of the night, 7 p.m., and the wind has died down pretty much as well. 10 miles an hour now, blowing out. 10 mile an hour blowing out, but even then, even though it's light, once you get those high fly balls going deep, you get up in the airways, and it's a little more breezy up there. It could still carry some balls in this game 5.
Yeah, and 2 teams that have a lot of pop, and we'll see what happens as this unfolds. But
saw that for Morningside, especially here. Just a game ago, as Kai Purdy Burton will set down his 2nd straight batter in a K and take us to the bottom of the 1st inning. But Morningside, once again, 3 home runs against Northwestern, 2 of them in the 1st inning. We'll take a break, bring back those Morningside bats here in just about 60 seconds. You're listening to baseball in the GPAC tournament on KYN TV.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. With locations in Yankton and Sioux City, the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Grab your friends and family and get to the Boathouse in the downtown Meridian District in Yankton and in the heart of historic downtown Sioux City. If you can't be on the boat, then it's the Boathouse.
James and I are having a beef.
About which Runza burger is best.
It's the savory Swiss mushroom, hands down.
No, it's the double cheeseburger. 2 burgers, better than 1, 'cause math.
The spicy Jack burger is also good.
True. Wait, why are we fighting?
I forget. Come get your favorite Runza burger today, because Runza makes it all better.
Want the best fast food burger around? Try Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
Bottom of the 1st, Morningside bats up. It's Kielbasa ready to lead this one off. On the mound for the Doane Tigers, Nicholas Yard, the junior out of Erie, Colorado.
yeah, I'm looking at Yard, 13 appearances this season, only 3 starts, has a 3.91 ERA, 25 strikeouts, good pitcher. And see, like I said, not a ton of starts. We'll see if they plan on going him very long in this game, or maybe if he'll be kind of an opener type situation.
That's one of those games where there's different strategies you can take. Obviously, it's a must-win game, but also when you get to tomorrow, you really want to have somebody that can go out and really go a long way, because you got 2 games you're trying to win tomorrow. 3 more games guaranteed. If either of these teams are going to make it to Monday, they have to win 3 straight games. So the strategy of who throws win is different coaches do different things here. There's no correct way. You're just hoping a guy can step up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Wherever you can get a big moment here, you'll take it.
Strike 1 delivered in the 1st pitch of the game for Yard. Going against Kielbasa. Ryan Kielbasa, senior out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois.
And the senior had a big day in game 1. 3 hits, 4 RBIs today against Northwestern.
Had a single hit against Mount Marty yesterday with 1 strikeout in there. That's been his tournament so far. Game 3 for both of these programs. Grounder over to the second baseman. He's going to bring it in. Throw as he's sliding right. Not going to get to the first baseman in time. Kielbasa will stay at first. He's got a single. Delzell now steps up with 1 on for the Mustangs.
Yeah, tough play for Volcano to make. That'll go down as a hit, but either way, a heck of a defensive effort over there at second base.
Heck of an effort for sure. Nearly got it, and that's one of those plays where nearly superhuman if you're able to get it done. That was a tough play for him. Delzell now stepping up, the left fielder. First at-bat of the game in just a moment ago against Northwestern. He put one over the fence. Had a 2-run homer to lead off the game. It was exactly where we are now. Kielbasa on. Delzell with the homer to start it. Strike throw from Yard here.
Make it 1-1. Like you said, Morningside in that game they had early against Northwestern. Jumped out to a 6-0 lead and really didn't look back from there. Just kind of kept on to that lead after that 6-run first.
Speaking of the Doane arms, as a ball throw comes in, Brock Songster, who does have 10 starts on the season, was wondering whether we'd be seeing him. Did not see him here. Maybe it'll be a relieving arm, but maybe they're holding on to him in case they get to tomorrow.
Yeah, it's possible you can see that, but I think right now they're rolling with Yard. He's had a good season. I say why not? He gives up a hit to left.
Hit to left off of him. That'll put 2 on to start things out. Nicholas Yard, once again, as he said, a good season, a .391 ERA through 13 appearances. No slouch at all. Only 3 starts. This makes his 4th.
Hey, expect it automatic here.
Yeah, 2 hits, though, are here early from Morningside, and that'll bring up Jacob Odell. You talked about Delzell getting a home run in the first. Well, how about Odell as well? He put one over the fence to left and got out to a quick start for the Mustangs.
Mustangs have 2 on with no outs. They're starting fast here once again for the 2nd straight game. Showing bunt for a second there was Odell. Pulled it back. Ball 1.
I understand we've seen Odell's power, but if you can catch Doane offside or off guard, or maybe even advance runners and get closer to getting a run here, I understand the logic and maybe laying down a bunt.
Now the corners are both playing up, ready for it. Odell showing bunt again, and he will down the third base line. Third baseman wisely got out of the way of it, and it goes foul.
Yeah,
strike 1.
And that's a heads-up play, Tell. I think if he picks that up, Odell might get to first without even a throw over there. So I think that was heads up to let that go foul, and
it would advance runners.
Yeah, live to fight another pitch.
1-1 pitch incoming from Yard. Looking for Odell here. Low throw, blocked by the catcher. Runners will return 2-1.
You got to be careful if you're Odell. If you get a second strike here, that kind of takes away that bunt possibility.
Two 2-1 pitch. There's the bunt. Gonna stay fair down the first base line. Throw over to third. They got him.
Well
so 1 out and runners on first and second, just where we were. That was great.
Yeah, well played by Jones over there at first. Being able to get up there, Braden Jones sneaking up, getting the ball and throwing it over to first.
Bring up Snyder now, the catcher. And now with 1 out on the board, runners on first and second. See if they try advancing runners here with a second straight bunt attempt, or maybe Snyder gets the green light to swing for the fences.
And he had a couple hits against Northwestern earlier today as well.
Off the glove of the catcher there. Runners stay put either way. Against Northwestern, Snyder did have 1 hit, was walked twice as well. And the 10-3 win came in just about an hour ago. Out towards right field. That does stay fair, just inside the line. Runs are going to go for Morningside. They'll strike first here. They're going to send the runner off first as well. A double for Snyder. 2 runs come in. 2-0 Morningside over Doane early.
We talked about the first run Mustangs, and we're seeing it once again here. 8 combined first inning runs for this team in the 2 games they played today, jumping out to a hot start in both games.
Yard's got to shake that one off now because he's still got a man in scoring position, as Crosetti will step up to bat. Giacomo Crosetti, right fielder, ready to swing. Thomas comes in to courtesy run for the catcher for Morningside. Nathan Thomas, that freshman out of Springfield, Nebraska. He's on second.
Yeah, and Crosetti hitting .305, 5 homers on the season.
First pitch, Yard. Grounder, go over to the third base, foul. Just crossed the line. And a 0-1 count to start things off for Crosetti. Batting 5th in the order. Blackman, the first baseman here for Game 2 for Morningside today. Game 3 for both of these games. He's been a DH a couple times, now moves to first. Hickson will be DHing in the 7 spot. Swing and miss, low throw there. Got him to chase low for that one, did Yard. That was a nasty pitch.
You could tell Crossetti wanted to send that one out to the river, but breaking ball low gets the strike.
I think that hit the plate too. That was well thrown. Got him to chase very low for it. 0-2. Out towards left field. This one's now driven deep. Back towards the fence. It is into the fence. Another run's going to come in. Grossetti's going to take 2, and another double for Morningside, and another run comes in, 3-0.
Yeah, Giacomo Crossetti drives that one towards that left center spot in the outfield and gets another run. And once again, the first inning Mustangs strike again.
Yard struggling here in the first inning. Only 1 out on the board and still a man in scoring position. Got to get out of this. It's similar to what happened to Northwestern in that top of the first inning just a game ago when Morningside put up 6 runs to start the game. Northwestern never really recovered from that. Doane really needs to get out of here as quick as they can. 3 runs have already scored. 1-0 is the count at the moment for Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman a dangerous hitter as well, Tal. He put one over the fence in the late stages of that game against Northwestern to left center.
Blackman the 1-0. Runner's going to go here. Throw over to third, and that is not a great throw. High throw. The third baseman was lucky to be able to block it, or that would have been the 4th run of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say Bond might have saved a run there. If he doesn't get a glove on that, that's going deep into the outfield, but nice save there by Bond. But now a runner on third, Tal. Two balls, no strikes here to a dangerous hitter in Blackman.
Up in the count, 2-0. Runner 90 feet away. 1 out on the board only. Ball throw here, 3-0 count. Baseball's a mental game. Yard needs to get things under control here. 3-0 is the count with the runner 90 feet away. 3-0, Morningside leads. Foul ball. 3-1.
If you're Blackman here, you're just looking to put something in play, whether that's on the ground or into the outfield, try to get that run across.
Now with 1 out on the board, you put one into the outfield, that will be the 4th run on a sac fly, even if it's caught. Just got to get a hold of one here. 3-1 pitch. Walked. That'll put runners on the corners now. Blackman will take first base, and here comes the DH, Hickson. And Hickson, we did see against Mount Marty. He had exactly 1 at-bat, pinch hit in the 9-hole late in the game, was struck out. Hickson, I don't think we saw against Northwestern. No, we did not. So this will be his 2nd at-bat of the tournament. Once again, was struck out against Mount Marty, but that was 5 games ago, so new day.
Yeah, 5 games ago, but we'll see what Hickson can do here, and he's got a chance. Once again, 2 straight first innings for Morningside, where they're hitting deep into their lineup early, already at the 7th spot here, threatening to bat around if things don't change, fortune-wise, here for Yard.
Later on tonight, Tigers at the Angels, Rockies at the Giants.
Quick mound visit here for the Tigers. There is someone warming up in the bullpen for Doane. We watched him run out there and start throwing. Mound visit here, still rolling with Yard, just trying to get him to get something rolling here.
I'm telling him right now it's just about survival. Got to get through today to get tomorrow. It doesn't matter how many arms you burn through tonight. You got to win the game.
Got to win, yeah. You burn as many as you have to. You got to get to tomorrow. Deal with tomorrow when tomorrow comes. You got to win tonight.
That's something. These 2 teams, Mount Marty awaiting the winner of this one. Got to think they got a presence here, obviously, watching this one. Wait and see who they'll play. We'll have that game for you as well.
Obviously, at this stage in the season, all these teams very familiar with each other. They've played each other many times. Out towards right field, this one foul. Foul ball off the bat of Hickson here. He's got an 0-1 count. That was the first pitch of his at-bat. Nicholas Yard, the junior out of Colorado, starting the game for the Tigers. 3-0 your score at the moment. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out on the board. Runners on the corners for the Mustangs. 0-2 pitch, swing and miss. Got him low. That is out number 2 on the strikeout.
Big strikeout there for Yard. Needed that one. All of a sudden that takes away any sacrifice, ground ball, pop fly opportunity that Morningside had in that kind of situation.
Northwestern, just a game ago to Morningside, gave up 6 runs in the first, and they were not able to get out of that. Doane, only 3 runs have given up. That's manageable for sure in a 9-inning game. You just got to get out of it here. Runners still on the corners with 2 outs. Strike 1 thrown there. Catcher threatened to throw over to first, didn't let it fly. Woods batting 8th in the order. 0-1. Grounder over to the second baseman, fielded clean, underhand throw to first, and that is out number 3. 3 runs are allowed by Doane in the first inning. Back here in 30 seconds for the second. Doane gets their bats back up when we return. This is GPAC Baseball on KYN TV.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we understand that agriculture is more than just a business. It's a way of life. Whether you are planting crops, expanding your livestock, or investing in new equipment, our ag lending team is here to help you grow. With flexible loan options and personalized service, we'll work alongside you to find the right financing solution for your farm or ranch. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference. Visit us today at evb.com.
3-0 after 1. Morningside on top. Kai Purdy-Burton on the mound, lefty pitcher for the Morningside Mustangs. Had a good first inning. Put up a 0. 1 hit was allowed. That is all. Kai Purdy-Burton on the season once again. He's sitting at 39 strikeouts to 43 walks. Not the ratio you want to see there, but still 48 innings pitched, and he has 11 starts on the season with 5 wins. Not bad results there, and he has thrown a complete game once this season as well.
Yeah, and the heat was working well for him in the first inning. Got a couple strikeouts, did give up a hit. But yeah, those strikeouts got out of the inning, and now he'll face this dangerous Doane lineup once again here in the top of the second.
We're going to go to Vulcano. Aaron Vulcano. First pitch outside from Kai Purdy-Burton.
Hit 330 on the year, 7 homers. Had a really good day yesterday against Northwestern. A couple nice hits in that matchup.
1-0 pitch. Outside again, 2-0 to start off the second. I went down and talked to the Doane dugout right before the start of Game 1 today versus Mount Marty. Wanted to see who was the older brother between the Vulcanos. Not only is Aaron the younger brother, according to a quick poll of the dugout that I did not start, he was also not the best looking brother. So, little love from his teammates there. The 2-1. Foul ball off the bat. Apparently Johnny Vulcano's the looks. Maybe he's the brains. I don't know.
I think they'll vote for whoever can get him some runs here today. That's what I think.
I just think that was funny that was instantly what they decided to do when I asked who was older. Full count pitch on the way, leading off the second inning. 3-0 your score. Morningside on top. Leadoff batter of the second for the Doane Tigers. Swing and miss. Kai Purdy-Burton strikes out the first batter of the inning.
Nice, and he's been doing a good job on those strikeouts today. Gotten 3 so far through an inning and a third. Fastball's working well.
First pitch of the next at bat for the lefty. Just outside, ball 1. Facing Jones here, the first baseman, his first trip up today. Or in this game, I should say.
Interesting bat here for Doane. I mean, looking at Jones's numbers, 341 in the season, 6 RBIs, no homers, but really good contact guy, putting balls in play and hitting for a high average.
Was walked twice against Mount Marty in game 1 today. Had a hit in there as well. Yesterday against Northwestern, I don't think we saw him. We did not. High throw there from Kai Purdy Burton. Righty batter on a lefty pitcher.
And Purdy Burton's doing a good job. He's been battling back here, had some high counts like we've talked about, but doing a good job battling against some strikeouts. That one gets driven deep, Tal.
Oh, that's gone off the bat. You know it.
That might have rolled down to the river, Tal. I'm not even kidding. I think that rolled and bounced all the way down to the river.
That was a long ball there. And Doane is on the board. 3-1 your score. The solo home run from Jones.
You know, I think I did the reverse announcer jinx there, Tal. I was talking about how he didn't have a home run this season. Well, look at that. He puts one way deep here at Riverside Park, taking that one out to left center. Oh, I think, like I said, out to the river.
That is actually 7th home run on the season for him. Big hitter.
No, that's his 7th RBI. No home runs today.
He has 23 RBIs.
I am misreading.
Our stats
Jeepers
different?
Christ.
Yeah,
never mind.
Either way, 7th home run on the year for him.
Look, that one went a million feet. That's all that
It
matters.
was very good. It was very well struck.
There's probably some Doane fan yelling, he has hit 7. Well, look, my bad, okay?
Out towards left field, next batter, that's Takahashi. Gonna put one into left, and he's gonna round first, try for second. He'll slide in, and he's got a double. Doane with 1 out on the board, 1 run is scored, and they've got a man in scoring position. They're right back in this game.
Yeah, right back in it with a big double there on the left side. All of a sudden in business here, down 2.
Once again, KYN TV's coverage of the GPAC tournament. Morningside pod here. Final game of day 2, elimination game. Alongside Josh Bolter here, I'm Tel Tanner. Final game of the day. 1 game tomorrow, game 2 if needed. Should whoever wins this game beat the Lancers in game 1. Once again, whoever wins this game has to beat Mount Marty twice tomorrow. They have to sweep them tomorrow. Lancers just need to take 1. Out towards right field. That was loud, but it's going to be caught for out number 2 in right. Throw over to third base. They might be in time, but it's not on target. Led the third baseman to the left. The throw got there in time, but safe at third is the Doane base runner.
This Doane offense, I know that one got caught, but it's starting to drive some baseballs here, and that was another well-hit one as they welcome their catcher, Jerry Nix, up to the plate.
Neville's flying out to right. Takahashi now leading off at third. Gerald Nix, as you said, at the plate, batting in the 9-hole. 2 outs on the board, going to the top of the order after this at-bat. Strike 1 thrown from Kai Purdy Burton. To lead things off, first pitch strike with a runner 90 feet away. 3-1, your score. Mustangs on top of the Tigers early. One pitch. Grounder right past the first baseman, stayed fair all the way down the right field line. Second run of the game for Doane, and a double in the books for Nix.
How about the catch there? Getting the double, getting another run across, and it's just a one-run game here at Riverside Field.
Going to have a courtesy runner come in for the catcher Knicks. That's going to be Max Harris, the redshirt sophomore out of Missouri. And we go back to the top of the order now. Logan Amick, that center fielder, 1 for 1, did get a hit to lead off this game back in the top of the first. 3-2 your score. 2 outs on the board, Morningside by 1. Judging by the first couple of innings, I think we're in for a show tonight, Josh.
I think we are. Some fireworks, 2 high-powered offenses, and you've seen it, Morningside in that first inning getting a few runs, and Doane with the response.
One-0 pitch incoming from Kai Purdy-Burton. Missed on the breaking ball there. 2-0 count. Harris once again out there running for the catcher. He's off second. Found the zone that time. 2-1 count, 2 outs on the board.
2 outs, and Purdy-Burton needing to get some here, trying to maintain that lead going into the bottom of the second here.
That's going to drop for a base hit out towards right, and they are going to send the runner. Took a while to get that throw in from right, and another one goes for Doane. We've got a tie game at 3. Coming in is Max Harris. When that was originally struck, I thought it was going to be a right fielder was going to get it in time to hold the runner. Took a moment. They sent him, and they'll score. 3-3.
Yeah, tie ball game here, basically 0-0 at that point. But, yeah, how about Doane answering real quick after giving up a 3 spot at the bottom of that first. And what an answer here from the Tigers.
Adam Boovey now coming out to talk with his starting pitcher in Kai Purdy-Burton. You expect neither team to pull their guy early unless you really have to, just because, once again, you got 2 more games after this if you win. Like, you got to save arms. Both of these guys, even if, I'm so serious, even if we get like 6 runs over the next 2 innings on both of them, they might still stay out there because you've got to just keep things rolling.
Well, I think the team watching this and liking it right now is Mount Marty, and it's not like a later game tomorrow. That's a noon first pitch for game 1, and even if you win that, then you got to play a second game. But, these 2 teams are up to the challenge. And they're good ball clubs. But, yeah, Mount Marty's looking at this and saying, I like it.
The number one thing, 100%, the number one thing Mount Marty's looking at right now is they want to burn arms. They want both of these teams to burn through their bullpen as much as possible going into tomorrow. They want to be taking pitchers off the 8th, 9th pitcher in the rotation, honestly. See how high-powered these offenses can get here today. One of them moves on to tomorrow. At the plate here, Kwapnowski with a runner on and a tie game. 2 outs on the board. He's got an 0-2 count.
Strike away from getting out of this tell and needing it after giving up a 3 spot here.
Yeah, ball throw there from Kai Purdy-Burton, 1-2 count. Swing and miss. You're gonna make the tag, and that is out number 3. Morningside gives up 3 in the second. Doane gives up 3 in the first. We're tied going to the bottom of the second inning. 3 apiece. Both teams getting the bats moving early. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to KYN TV's coverage of the GPAC tournament.
Vacation close to home. Vacation in Yankton. Yankton is just a quick trip from Nebraska and Iowa. Yankton features one of the best recreational areas around, Lewis and Clark Lake, with boating, fishing, swimming, hiking, biking, and miles of shoreline. Take the kids to our fabulous aquatic center, shop and eat in our historic Meridian District, or take a stroll on our famous Meridian Bridge. It's all here and not that far away. Plan your next vacation in Yankton, South Dakota at visityanktonsd.com.
Morningside bats back up here. Nicholas Yard out there throwing for Doane here in Game 3 for both of these teams, Game 5 of the tournament. We're talking about kind of the pitching scenario today and tomorrow. Both teams do still have some starting pitchers ready to roll here. For Doane, we talked about it a little earlier, but Brock Songster, who has not thrown yet in this tournament and has 10 starts on the year, he is eligible to go tomorrow. Likely going to see him if Doane should win this game. For Morningside, they've got a couple of options. Diego Sanchez, we haven't seen yet. He has 6 starts on the year. Connor Maston has 3 starts. Mason Heimer, we did see him earlier today with 4 starts. So they have already thrown Kai Purdy-Burton, Cade Nolan, and Mason Heimer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. But for now, it's Nicholas Yard on the mound, Tal, and, gives up that 3 spot in the first, but he comes back out, and all of a sudden it's a tie game again. The Doane bats got it going that last half inning to get a few runs, including a towering shot from Braden Jones that went into the river. Heck of a shot. Over in center field, too. We're not talking left field. It went clear over. It was impressive.
Solo home run to start off the runs for Doane. They end up getting 3 in the top of the second. Morningside now trying to answer. Tie game at 3 here. Bunkers. First at bat today, he's in the 9-hole. Bottom of the second, he'll lead off. 1-1 count he's got at the moment. Swing and miss, strike 2. Bunkers, just a game ago against Northwestern, had 2 hits with an RBI. A run scored in there as well, 1 strikeout. In the first game of the tournament against Mount Marty, did go 0 for 3 with a strikeout as well. High shot out towards center field this time, way up in the air, and it is brought in out in center by Amick. 1 up, 1 down. Start things off for Doane.
We'll see if these pitchers settle in here, maybe similar to that first game we called together today between Morningside and Northwestern, where we saw fireworks those first inning or so, and all of a sudden saw blanks for a few innings, but it's a good start to that for Yard getting that pop fly.
Strike throw on the first pitch there for Yard. Got a good out. The first batter up, fly out to center. Just got to get outs. 0-1 pitch here. Grounder over to short. 2-hop, throw to first. Got him.
2 quick outs here for Yard. Needed that after a rough first inning. And
absolutely.
Cruising these last couple at bats.
Settling in here, throwing to contact. 1 out to center and a ground out to short now. So we bring up Delzell, second batter in the order. Kielbasa now 1 for 2 after the ground out to short. Delzell did get on base last time, 1 for 1 on the day. Did get a hit and scored a run as well. This one driven straight into the glove of the second baseman off a hop. Throw over to first, and that is 3. 1, 2, 3 on not a lot of pitches. Go Morningside. They all got a little bit of contact. Defensively, Doane was solid there. Back in 30 seconds, this is KYNT's coverage of the GPAC tournament in Yankton.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
3-3 your score after 2. We'll start off the 3rd inning now here in Yankton. Tie ball game between the 2 and 3 seed. Morningside and Doane battling here tonight.
Yeah, battle so far, back and forth. 3 on the board for Morningside in the first. How does Doane respond? They get a 3 spot in the top of the second. That's where we stand. 3-3 is the score. Braden Jones, a towering shot at the top of the second. All of a sudden, a tie game.
3rd inning today brought to you by the Explorers Credit Union.
Johnny Volcano up now. Remind me, was he the smart one or the good-looking one, according to the team?
That would be the good-looking one. Yep,
Okay.
That's the older brother. I have it written down in my notes here.
And we'll see both of them this inning. Aaron scheduled to bat third.
That's still just funny. I just wanted to know which one of them was older when I went down and talked to the team, and they just instantly take a quick poll on their own and like, nah, this is the better looking one. That's good vibes from a team right there, you know. 0-2 pitch at the moment. Volcano comes in from Canada, Ottawa University. British Columbia out of Cloverdale.
Something to keep an eye on. There is a man running out to the to the Doane pin. I don't know if he's warming up or what's going on, but it might actually be Yard actually running out there, I think.
Went and grabbed a water bottle, looks like, as Kai Purdy-Burton gets a strikeout here. So 1 out on the board, 2 more to get for Morningside. As we go to Bond now. Jordan Bond, junior, out of Victoria.
Oh, Victoria, British Columbia. Nice.
Yeah. Kemison College transferred in from. Out towards left field. He's going to put this one deep, and that's gone as well. Second home run of the game for the Doane Tigers. Right off the bat, you knew it.
And I think that almost hit the bed of a truck there. That got close. Whoever's parked out there, I think they'll be moving their vehicle quick. I don't know if you saw it over here either. Epic bat flip from Jordan Bond afterwards, too. Heck of a hit, and he knew it right away.
I think we might actually, official is talking with the Doane coaching staff here. Bat flip's not something allowed here, so maybe got a warning there, but.
You know, and every time I think of epic bat flips, I think Joey Bats in the playoffs, a home run in the playoffs there. All-timer. If you haven't seen it, go out of your way to look that one up. I'm not even a Blue Jays fan, and even I can admit that was pretty epic. But Bond there taking the lead.
Aaron Volcano now up to bat.
Yeah, towering shot.
4-3. Doane leads over Morningside all of a sudden. And another big shot out to right center. This one's going to stay in, though. Back on the warning track, it is caught by the right fielder for the Mustangs. Catch made by Crosetti.
I think my favorite part is whoever has that truck out there either isn't near their vehicle or taking a stand. Okay, our camera guy, Bryce Ladwig, has confirmed they're inside. You are a crazy person, sir, out there, if you're listening to us. All credit to you out there.
Low outside throw in the next at-bat for Jones. Hit a home run last time he stepped up here. First one of the tournament for the Tigers. Foul ball off him here. Got the ankle. He's going to walk that one off.
Yeah, and speaking of guys who hit a nuke, put one in the river in that second inning, and looking to do it again as he's taking a second here. And like you said, that ball, I think, hit off him as he tipped that.
1-1. Low throw, make it a 2-1 count now for Jones. Takahashi is on deck. He hit a double last time out as well. Jones hit a homer. 2 outs on the board here. Kai Purdy-Burton trying to end this inning. Strike 2 delivered on the breaking ball.
And Purdy-Burton 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and try to keep that Doane lead to just 1.
Outside throw here. Full count with 2 outs on the board. Nobody on here. Jones at the plate. Righty batter, lefty pitcher. Inside, walked him.
Jones getting on base here, keeping this inning alive, and We talk about Takahashi. He had a double earlier in this game and trying to keep it going.
One for one is the left fielder. Scored a run as well after that double. Was hit home. I believe just the next batter up. Gerald Nix got him back home. Or Neville's. Would have been Nix. Had to wait 2 batters, but still. Two-0 count. No throw, make it 3-0. Kai Purdy-Burton just walked his last batter after a full count pitch missed. Next 3 all miss. Danger of walking his second straight batter. There he finds the zone. Needed strike throw. 2 outs on the board. Morningside still can get out of this. Just 1 out away. He's going to walk another batter, though. That's now back-to-back walks.
Both with 2 outs on the board. All of a sudden, Doane putting up another threat here. Runner in scoring position as they're going to welcome Nevels to the plate.
Catcher's going to go up and talk with Kai Purdy-Burton here. Snyder going to go speak with his pitcher. Michael Snyder, Jr. out of Washington. Kai Purdy-Burton, Jr. out of California. Redshirt junior. After that second walk, somebody did start warming up in the Morningside bullpen, by the way. We are in the top of the 3rd inning.
An update from Seward. Concordia is up 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st, by the way, on the Concordia side.
Over to Dakota Wesleyan. Game just started. I also want to rock whoever just yelled that. 2 outs on the board. First pitch strike delivered here. Working on Nevels. Nevels 0 for 1. He's going to put one out to left this time. Back to the warning track. It is caught. Jumping catch made out on the warning track by Delzell. That was a good quality catch out and left. Saved a run and got out number 3.
Yeah, nice play out there. He's made a couple nice snags here. And like you said, saved at least 1 run on that.
4-3. Doane over Morningside. They take the lead in that half inning. Back in 30 seconds for more GPAC baseball on KYN TV.
Summer's here. Now's the time to shift into gear. Explorers, credit unions, the place to go. With discounted auto loan rates that steal the show. 1% cash back, take the ride. Rates as low as 3.99 APY. Cruise into savings, take the ride. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Explorers Credit Union. Join the drive today.
Yard back on the mound for the Tigers, ready to roll here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Doane all of a sudden is taking the lead, 4-3 in the bottom of this 3rd. Morningside bats now back up.
A much better 2nd inning for the junior on the mound. After giving up a 3 spot in the 1st, puts up a blank in the 2nd.
I believe Odell is going to be our first batter.
He did walk, I believe, in that 1st inning, Tal.
Yeah. Odell had a solo home run in the 1st inning against Northwestern. just a game ago against Mount Marty yesterday, had 1 hit and 1 run scored with 2 walks. Low and outside is the first pitch for him to start off this at-bat. Yard once again throwing for Doane. Yard, that was pitch number 36 right at the moment. Thrown 2 complete innings, 3 runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk.
And 36 pitches going into the third actually isn't that bad of a pitch count. It's actually fairly common. So
yeah.
Pitch-wise, in pretty decent shape.
Two 2-1 pitch on the way. Odell battling here. Low and outside throw, bounced just to the right of the plate. From my vantage point, I guess, left for y'all. 3-1. Walked him. First batter of the inning is walked. Not how you want to start it.
Odell gets his second walk of this game and doing a good job of getting on base.
That'll bring in Michael Snyder. Big hit in his first at-bat. 2 runs batted in. He's got 1 on here. Leading on first is Odell. Strike 1 thrown, first pitch strike here. Yard had a struggle of a first inning. Second inning, much better, put up a 0. Doane leads 4-3 over Morningside. Out towards left field, this one's driven back deep, and it drops on the warning track. Gonna try for 2 here. Close play at second. They might get the tag. They do get him. Tried to take 2 there, did Snyder. Thrown out at second. Should have stayed at first, but it will advance a runner over to third at the end of the day. 1 out on the board, and Morningside has 1 on third now.
Yeah, good hit by Snyder out to left, but an even better throw by Takahashi into second. Gets the throw and the tag. And at least you get 1 out there, but a runner on third. Morningside in a good position to potentially tie this one up.
Takahashi having a good day out and left. A couple of really quality catches, including a jumping high one right at the fence last inning. And now that throw to throw someone out at second. Foul ball off the bat. Next man up, Giacomo Crosetti.
So I know serious moment in the game and whatnot, but I just got seriously distracted. So we saw Revenge of the Sith last weekend, right?
We did.
I look over
and
I see Bryce in the black hoodie, and I'm thinking Palpatine immediately. Something, dark side.
He's the Phantom Menace. 0-1. Foul ball. 0-2 count now for Crosetti.
20th anniversary for Revenge of the Sith this year, by the way.
Showing our age.
Yeah. Slap. No, it's getting bad when there's movies that I saw in theaters that are starting to turn 20 years old.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel old. I'm gonna turn 27 this year. I'm starting to feel old.
If you want people to think you're old, you can't say no lie, Mike. I'm about to turn 27.
Hey, it feels old for me. I've always felt like once you hit 27, you're on the back end of your 20s, you know? 1-2 count at the moment. For Crosetti. He does have an RBI in this game once again. Got a hit last time he was here. With a runner on third, he's going to take ball 2, 2-2 count here, 1 out on the board.
I think Yard thought he had that one, didn't get the call, and now the count even at 2.
Two on the way. Strikeout.
Got him there, did a little spin with it too, and the fist pump, get this second out. Now just 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
Luke Blackman will step up. Doane has the lead for the moment, but a runner 90 feet away.
Blackman did walk in his first plate appearance in the first inning, and now the chance to drive in a run.
Right over the top of the second base. It drops for a base hit. Tie ball game at 4.
Clutch piece of hitting there. Needed it, got it. Tie game here, and Blackman's having himself a really good tournament.
Still 2 outs on the board. Doane can still finish this with a single out, but a tie game once again. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, brought to you by the Explorers Credit Union. 9-inning game incoming, finishing things up on this long Thursday afternoon in Yankton. Game 3 we've covered today. Throw over to first, trying to pick off that last runner. Can't get him.
Almost got Blackman over there. That was kind of close. Good throw from Nix.
Throw from the catcher, yeah. Hayden Hickson batting. 0-1 was struck out by Yard, whose pitch count, by the way, I believe the next pitch he throws is going to be number 50 on the day. 2 2/3 thrown so far.
They're still in good shape pitch count wise. And right about 50, almost through the 3rd here, like you said.
Outside throw to 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Strike throw delivered there for number 2. Hayden Hickson now in a spot of trouble is the freshman out of Fort Collins, Colorado. 2-2. Just got a piece of that one to stay alive in the at-bat. Two with 2 down. Got him on the breaking ball. Strike 3, out 3. Tie game at 4. Morningside gets 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the 4th. Tie game at 4. Back in 30 on KYN TV.
Bikes. It's what we do. This is Canada Ace Bike and Fitness, and we're passionate about bikes. Our bike enthusiasts are knowledgeable and will fit you to your perfect ride. Not only do we have hundreds of bikes in stock to shop from, but we also have all the accessories you'll need. We service what we sell, so repairs and tune-ups are handled in store. Also shop Oakley sunglasses, Columbia clothing, fitness, and disc golf equipment too. Shop Ace Bike and Fitness of Yankton today.
Back for the 4th here on KYNT. Let's take a look at our stats 3 innings into this game, see if we can compare these pitchers a little bit.
Yeah, 4 runs apiece through 3 innings, and both kind of giving up a bit here. We'll see if they can recover. I mean, looking at Yard throughout the day, he's got 3 strikeouts with those 4 runs, and then for Kai Purdy-Burton, he's got 5 strikeouts on the day. So both getting some swing and misses, but both giving up some runs as well.
4-4 your score. Kai Purdy-Burton out on the mound, throwing for Morningside. His pitch count at 67 after 3. Yard did end that 3rd at 53. He's in pretty good shape. Kai Purdy-Burton, 67 after 3. Starting to get up there a little bit. Out towards left field. Nix is going to put this one shallow left, and it drops. Gerald Nix, 2nd base hit of the game. He had an RBI on the 1st, this time leading off the inning. He'll take a bag, and he'll have his courtesy runner, Max Harris, come in.
Productive day for the catchers. Both guys 2 for 2 in this game and hitting well.
4-4 your score. Doane puts one on to start the 4th. Wind is all but died here in Yankton. It's been blowing out the majority of the day. Now coming in at 5 miles an hour or under. Throw over to first. Not going to pick off the courtesy runner Harris there. Back at the top of the order, Doane starts things off exactly how you want to in the fourth. You start off with your 9-hole batter, you get him on base, and now with one on, you go to the top of the order.
And what's nice, you look at the 9 and 1 spots, a combined 4 for 4 today for Doane, and you know, outside that means at least for one of those at bats, Amic's had a guy on base when he comes up.
He's going to put one high into shallow right field this time. Actually stayed in the infield, and it's the second baseman who catches it for the first out of the inning.
We talked about Amic was 2 for 2 before that, records his first out of this one.
Stayed on that turf infield here in Yankton. Beautiful stadium. Have the Mount Marty Lancers. Bob Tereshinski Stadium at Riverside Field. My opinion, one of the better ballparks in the area. Really good one. Throw over to first again. Harris returns to the bag in time. One out on the board as we start the at-bat for Sam Kwapnowski, junior out of Columbus, Nebraska. Strike one, first pitch strike.
We talked about him, 445, hitting 14 home runs this season, and lefty trying to get something done. He is 0 for 2 today, though.
Runner's going to go here. Throw over to second, not in time. We do have a stolen base for Doane. That was a high inside throw for a ball as well. 1-1 will be your count.
Yeah, Harris got a good jump on that. Not the best throw from Snyder, but all of a sudden a runner in scoring position here for the Tigers.
With one out on, Snyder wills himself into scoring position, as you said. Kwapnowski trying to bring him home now.
Harris getting a big jump from second over there. Wonder if he was thinking about taking off.
Kwapnowski, junior, batting .445 in the year, .533 on base percentage. He's had a bit of a rough day. He did have one hit. He's going to get hit by pitch here. One hit against Mount Marty. So far 0 for 2 until getting hit by pitch there. That'll put him on.
And here comes Johnny Volcano to the plate. 2 men on, 1 out here. Has a chance to do some damage. He is 0 for 2 today as well. But
both strikeouts for Sky Purdy Burden as well.
Yeah, that's one thing Kai's doing really well. He's got 5 strikeouts here with 1 out in the fourth. And doing a good job of getting some swing and misses. Just trying to figure out the rest of that part and try to get some outs here.
Kai Purdy Burton's done that all year. 39 strikeouts for the redshirt junior. The other problem is 43 walks coming into today. He gets a lot of both. Runners on first and second for the Tigers. 0-1 pitch, bunt. Gonna stay fair, throw over to third. They got him.
That's the second time we've seen that in this game here today. 2 times they picked off a runner over at third on a bunt. Impressive on that from Snyder.
Johnny Vulcano was batting there, and he will get to first base. Vulcano was watching him over at first as the throw over to third happened, and he was upset, pointing back to first base. I think he was hoping it was going to be called foul. That way he'd still be batting, and they'd have 1 out on the board. Instead, 2 outs with runners on first and second. They do not advance runners there off that bunt attempt.
And Jordan Bond at the plate. He had a solo shot deep to left his last time up. And for those of you still wondering, that truck that he almost hit is still out there.
He's got 2 trees in front of him. Maybe they're providing a little bit of protection. Went low for that one. I think he went around. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Bond, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. Third trip through the order for the Tigers. Top of the 4th inning. No runs so far in the 4th. 4-4 in the ballgame. Outside throw from Kai Purdy Burton here. 2-1.
We've seen Bond's power in this game. One swing of the bat could change it real quick.
Kai Purdy Burton about to throw pitch number 80. Doane did a good job getting him up in the pitch count here today. About to throw number 80 in the 4th.
Yeah, working pitch as well, hitting a couple deep balls with that too, and seeing it well. Foul ball.
Bond will return with a 2-2 count now. Add strike.
And just one strike for Purdy Burton here. Get out of this inning without giving up any runs. See if you can get it done.
Kai Purdy Burton, the 2-2. Foul ball.
Staying alive there, Bond. Good job. And mentioned working that pitch count. Things like that will do it.
That's exactly what's done it. A lot of late counts here. A lot of foul balls hit by the Tigers. That's what you want. You want the opposing starting pitcher to be up in the 80s, 90s by the time you're done with the 4th. Foul ball again. Runners on first and second once again for the Tigers. 2 outs on the board. Tie ball game at 4. High throw here. Full count. Walk would load up the bases. Strike would end the top of the inning.
Yeah, walk would bring Aaron Volcano to the plate and see what happens here on the payoff.
Payoff pitch. Outside. Walk will load up the bases.
Now dangerous spot here for Purdy Burton. Obviously bases loaded. Good news is for him, he's got 2 outs, and see if he can get out of this jam.
Inning number 4 today brought to you by Runza. Pick that perfect burger at Runza. Bacon cheeseburger, Swiss mushroom, or spicy jack made fresh and topped the way you like it. Runza, now in Yankton. 2 outs on the board. Bases loaded. Grounder over to short. This should be number 3, and it is. Morningside gets out of a tough situation. Bases loaded in the 4th. No runs given up. Bottom of the inning in a tie game we'll go to. Back in 30 seconds. This is the GPAC Tournament Game 5 on KYN TV.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. With locations in Yankton and Sioux City, the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Grab your friends and family and get to the Boathouse in the downtown Meridian District in Yankton and in the heart of historic downtown Sioux City. If you can't be on the boat, then it's the Boathouse.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Nicholas Yard, the junior out of Erie, Colorado. Back out to pitch. He's managed his pitch count pretty well. 53 entering the 4th inning. 3 complete innings he's thrown, 3 strikeouts to 2 walks, 4 earned runs. We are tied at 4.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of those things where had a rough first inning, settled down a bit since then. Did give up an RBI to Luke Blackman the last inning, but we'll see what he can do here in the 4th.
Yeah, the single out to center field brought Odell in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That was the lone score last time out for the Morningside Bats. We'll start it off with Connor Woods here, who is 0 for 1. We are finishing the 2nd trip through here for the Mustangs. This is the 8th batter in the order.
Number 4, Connor Woods.
Inside throw to start off the inning. Ball 1 for Woods.
He is 0 for 1 in this one. Did have a hit in last game, I believe, and trying to pick up from there in game 2 as he takes the ball.
One 1-0 count. Now 2-0. after another ball. Yard finds the zone this time, 2-1. Both pitchers kind of had a rough start to the game. Yard giving up 3 runs in the first. Kai Purdy-Burton 3 runs in the second. Both have settled in kind of since then. Both have allowed exactly 1 run over the next 2 innings after allowing that 3-run inning.
Yeah, a lot of base runners still, though, since then. You'd like to see that cut down a little bit. Yard threatening with that again, down 3-1 in the count. Grounder
Over to third. 5-3, high throw, had to leave the bag. Did the first baseman, jumped up, made the catch, but by the time he came down with it, base runner had got there. Beating out the throw is Woods.
Yeah, just an errant throw from Bond there, a little high, and resulting in Woods getting on base.
Jackson Bunkers, the sophomore out of Remsen, Iowa. Second baseman, now ready to hit. This is the 9-hole batter for the Mustangs.
0 for 1 in this one. Had a big double against Northwestern earlier today, and looking to do it again.
With a runner on first to lead off the inning. And he's going to bunt here. Handled clean by the pitcher. Throw over to first, and that is 1. Do advance the runner from first to second, however. 1 out on the board as we go back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. Here's Kielbasa.
Yeah, and he's had a good turn. We talked about I had an infield single to start this one, and been playing well really throughout the tournament. 3 hits earlier today as well.
Just crossed 8 p.m. on this day. We have been here since about 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was not here for game 1. Watched that on KYN TV. The rest of our viewership as that one gets up the middle towel.
Grounder to the second baseman. Throw on the run over to first. What a play. Great play from the second baseman in Vulcano. Able to get out number 2. Runner advances over to third. 90 feet away from taking the lead is the Mustangs. But 2 outs.
And looking at it here, Vulcano, Kielbasa got him on an infield single earlier in the game where he just wasn't able to finish the play. That time he does. Nice play over there at second base.
4-4 your score. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs on the board. Runner 90 feet away. Delzell now up to bat. The lefty batter takes ball 1. 1 for 2 today in his 2 at-bats. Swing and miss. Strike 1 delivered there from Yard. Yard trying to keep this game tied at 4 apiece. Going to the 5th. Morningside threatening here to take the lead.
They're doing the bird sound from Finding Nemo down there.
I've just been
in the
listening to
Morningside
it.
dugout. Moing, moing, moing.
Should we do it with him here, Josh? I say no.
I'm going to pass. But I do love...
That's how you get people to turn off the game. That's.
But I do love watching this tournament. We've got a chance to really get to know some of these teams and their styles and how they play and what. So it's been a lot of fun.
I do like the vibe of the 2 dugouts as well, as we've got a walk here. Put Delzell on first. Vocal dugouts, you can say, really supporting their teammates and having a lot of fun with it, which is what you want to do when you're in tournament action.
Absolutely here. And now we welcome Jacob Odell to the plate. We talked about earlier, home run in game 1 today. 2 walks in this one in his 2 plate appearances. And if he can get a hit, he'll give the Mustangs the lead here.
Yeah, back-to-back walks to start off this game. As big of a hitter as he is, you got to expect he's itching to swing a bat here.
Got to think so, and it'll be interesting to see if Morningside decides to send Delzell over there or try to get him to second base.
He's got 52 RBIs and 51 hits coming into today. As we got a little bit of a mound visit here with a 2-0 count. We're going to bring in the infield as catcher wants to talk. The shortstop and the second baseman come in. First baseman and third baseman stay put at their bags.
Just having a talk about this one, and talking about Delzell over there first. He does have 4 stolen bases. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to send him here, try to get another runner in scoring position.
Maybe that's what Doane is trying to prep for. Maybe they're going to try and bait him into going and throw over to second.
I think part of it is they don't want any part of Michael Snyder on deck there. He's got 2 big hits today in this one.
2-0 pitch. High infield fly. This could do it. And it does. First baseman will bring it in, and that'll do for the 4th. Neither team scores for the first time in a full inning. We go to the 5th, tie game at 4 apiece. This is the GPAC tournament, Game 5 on KYN TV.
Elkhorn Valley Bank community banking isn't just what we do, it's who we are. We believe in local decisions, personalized service, and reinvesting in Yankton to help our community grow. Elkhorn Valley Bank offers fast loan approvals, friendly faces, and employees who truly care. Whether you're saving, borrowing, or planning for the future, trust your hometown bank. Elkhorn Valley Bank, local, strong, and here for you. For more information, go to evb.bank. Elkhorn Valley Bank, there is a difference.
Kai Purdy-Burton out there for the Morningside Mustangs. Pitch count is at 85 as he starts off the 5th. Tie game at 4 apiece. He has 5 strikeouts to 3 walks so far in this game. He'll face Braden Jones, the first man up for Doane, who is 1 of 1, has an RBI in there as well.
Has a home run in there. Sent one clear over that ended up bouncing into the river. Big time homer, and looking to do it again and give Doane a lead. Had a few lead changes here and some fireworks through the first few innings.
That was in the top of the 2nd. He hit that solo home run. Started off a big 2nd inning for Doane where they put up 3 runs.
And looking at it here, these 2 teams trying to get to Friday. They'll take on Mount Marty, winner of this game. And for those of you interested, once again, Doane fans, Morningside fans, will have that game for you here on KYN TV and the GPAC network. First pitch at noon tomorrow.
We'll go live at 11:30. I'll have the call myself alongside Braden Butler. For tonight, alongside Josh Bolter, I'm Tel Tater.
Unless I decide I want to do the game and I just take out Braden, we'll see what happens.
It's fair. You know what? That's your option.
That's why
I give you the option.
That's why we say schedule subject to change. So, if Braden disappears tomorrow, if he actually disappears now I'm the suspect number 1, and that's unfortunate. But
oh yeah, you added yourself there. This is bad. Now you can't do it.
Who's to say? Maybe I wouldn't be that bold, right? 3-0 here, Tal.
Yeah,
Jones
called ball there. 3-0 to start it off.
His power, you wonder, does he have a green light? Will he be told to take all the way with a 3-0? We'll see.
See if he gets his pitch. Gonna take. Ball 4.
And I think he got the instruction there, try to get on base, and he does. And Tell he's been on base every time today. 2 walks and a home run.
Yeah, it's a good day so far. Morningside, they do have somebody warming up in the pen. Once again, Kai Purdy-Burton's pitch count coming into this inning was 85. Now at 89 after 4 straight balls. His 90th pitch incoming. I wouldn't be surprised if, here comes the mound visit. I wouldn't be surprised if this is where the change happens.
And you talk about 4 runs for Doane. It's been the bottom part of this lineup that's done a lot of damage. They're combined 4 for 6, the 6 through 9 hitters, with 2 walks as well. Doing really well in that 6, 7, 8, 9 spots here for Doane, and I think that's a big reason why they're tied in this game.
Yeah, we are going to go ahead and change pitchers here. Kai Purdy-Burton's day is done. Through 4 innings, 89 pitches, 5 strikeouts. That'll be walk 4 there. 4 earned runs, and he'll have 1 on when he leaves. Let's take 60 seconds while a new pitcher warms up. We'll be back to tell you all about him. You're listening to KYN TV's coverage of the GPAC tournament.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we understand that agriculture is more than just a business. It's a way of life. Whether you are planting crops, expanding your livestock, or investing in new equipment, our ag lending team is here to help you grow. With flexible loan options and personalized service, we'll work alongside you to find the right financing solution for your farm or ranch. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference. Visit us today at evb.com.
New pitcher out, Zach Kelfkin for Morningside. He'll start out the 5th with 1 on, no outs, and a tie game at 4. Kelfkin, this will be appearance number 8, all as a reliever, Josh.
Yeah, I'm looking at his numbers on the season. He's got a 2.7 ERA, 7 appearances, like you said, 10 strikeouts, and pitching well this season. Quick score update for you on the Concordia side of the bracket. Elimination game between them and Dakota Wesleyan. That score is 2-0. Concordia in the bottom of the 3rd. Winner of that will play Briarcliff tomorrow. Meanwhile, here with 4-4, winner of this one will play Mount Marty tomorrow.
Bottom of the 4th here today, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. They're committed to more than just our 5th here. Either way, from Elkhorn Valley Bank, top of the 5th. They're dedicated to making a meaningful impact in their communities. Elkhorn Valley Bank, there is a difference. Strike 1 thrown here from Kelfkin. In the top of the 5th, just underway in the 5th. 1 on, a walk to start it off. That was Jones. He's on first. Now Taiyo Takahashi. A 1 pitch. Out towards left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Line drive right between short and 3rd. 2 on. That's a single.
Make this bottom 4th of the lineup for Doane. They're 5 for 7 today. 2 walks as well. They've been doing a good job of getting on base, and Takahashi right there with a nice single in between the gap. Well, Kelfkin, partially inherited, but all of a sudden in a bit of a trouble here. No outs, runners on 1st and 2nd. It's going to turn it over to Nevels. He's looking to get his first hit of the day.
Yeah, Nevels batting in the 8 spot. Little struggle, 0 for 2 to start off the game, but first at bat against Kelfkin, foul ball on a bunt attempt.
And if that stayed up in the air another second, I think that might have been caught by Snyder, the catcher. Nevels catching a bit of a break.
Just far enough, couldn't get there in time. 0-1 count now incoming. No outs on the board. And Nevels has struggled a little bit here. Looking like he's going to try and bunt.
And trying to set up Jerry Nix, the catcher in the 9 spot, who's 2 for 2 today.
Nevels went 0 for 4 in game 1 today against Mount Marty. Yesterday against Doane, did have 1 hit and brought in 2 RBIs as well against Northwestern. 1-1 count, runners on 1st and 2nd for Nevels. Here's the shift, play in the bunt. Strike,
and
2
now,
count.
And now with 2 strikes, that kind of takes away the bunt here, so Nevels will be hitting. Be surprised if he tried to bunt, especially if that goes foul. That's an automatic out. I think he'll be swinging now.
Kind of depends on how good he is at bunting, how much the coach trusts him to keep it fair. We've seen it before. Just a couple weeks ago, we saw a bunt on an out. Yeah, he tried there. Ball throw, nope. Yeah, ball throw, 2-2 count. He was trying there.
Yeah, I think it's risky, but if it succeeds, It's worth it, but risky to try it.
Nevels is a redshirt senior, plenty of experience as he's trying this. That time he was looking to hit all the way, a low throw, bounced in front of the plate, full count. Might change things here.
All of a sudden, a ball away from loading the bases here with no outs. Kelfkin needs a strike.
Full count pitch. Nevels at the plate. Foul ball, he swung at that one.
Long at bat here for Nevels, and just trying to get on or advance the runners if he can.
Second batter face for Kelfkin today. First batter was Takahashi, who hit a single to left. Runners on first and second. Grounder over to second here. Double play alert. Throw to second. That's one. Throw to first. Safe. Can't turn two, but one out at second. Runners on the corners now for the Tigers.
Yeah, what's nice for Doane there is you get one of those lead runners. I mean, you might still have a very real chance of giving up the lead here, but if you can get a sac fly, it's only one run compared to a scenario where it's bases loaded with no outs. I think you'll sign up for that. And now that'll bring Jerry Nix to catch up the plate. He's 2 for 2 today, Tell.
Yes, he is. RBI in there as well. Had a good day. Runners on the corners and a chance to take the lead for Doane. The top of this 5th inning, one out on the board. Kelfkin fires, strike one, got him in the breaking ball in the first pitch of the at-bat.
Big swing there from Nix. He was thinking yard.
Low throw nearly hit the plate. 1-1 count.
1-1 count, and either a short ground ball or a strikeout would be big here for Morningside.
Sun's starting to set. Lights are on here at Riverside Field. Getting a little darker. Called strike there. Just caught the zone. 1-2 count. Had a nasty drop to it. 1-2 pitch incoming.
That one was close too, but even up the count at 2 apiece.
Yep, called ball, 2-2.
It's going to both these teams just try and live to fight another day, get to Friday, and it's been tight all the way through.
2-2 pitch on the way, runners on the corners, only one out on the board for Morningside. Doane batting here, trying to take the lead, tie game at 4 as it currently stands. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3.
Big strike out there for Kelfkin, needed it, got it, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
Amick now back up to bat, 2 for 3 with an RBI today. This is the leadoff batter. We're back at the top of the order for the Tigers. Runners on the corners, but 2 outs, as you said. Morningside can get out of this without allowing a run.
And Amick having a really nice day as he takes ball here on the first pitch.
Well outside. Catcher did well to save it. Had to dive to his right. Outside throw again, 2-0. Jones standing on third. Nevels on first. Takahashi was thrown out at second after the fielder's choice. Couldn't quite get the double play. 2 outs on the board after the Knicks strikeout. Strike 1 here, 2-1 count, 2 outs.
And Kelfkin just trying to battle here, trying to get the out any way he can. Got to put away a good hitter in Amick here.
Strike two, swinging. Sounded like he just got a piece of it. Strike two nonetheless.
Yeah, 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 3 at the plate.
In the top of the 5th. Quick, give me more numbers.
Get back to me. Foul ball. It'll stay strike 2. There's your number.
There you know. Tie game at 4 apiece here. Here's another 2 for you. Amick is 2 for 3.
There you go. And number 2 on deck, and there's a strikeout for Kelfkin. That's big, Tell.
Punch out to finish off the inning. Kelfkin gets out of a tough situation there. Had a runner on third with 1 out. Back-to-back strikeouts, swinging. Able to get out of that inning. Bottom of the 5th we go. Morningside Bats trying to break this tie. 4-4 it stands. Back in 30 on KYN TV.
Summer's here. Now's the time to shift into gear. Explorers, credit unions, the place to go. With discounted auto loan rates that steal the show. 1% cash back, take the ride. Rates as low as 3.99 APY. Cruise into savings, take the ride. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Explorers Credit Union. Join the drive today.
Bottom of the 5th in Yankton. Morningside Doane battling here in an elimination game. Game 5. Final game of this Thursday. Winner goes on to take on Mount Marty University tomorrow. First pitch at noon.
Yeah, I'm battling indeed. Big strikeout there from Kelfkin in the top of the 5th, and now it's going to be Nicholas Yard once again coming out here and put a few good innings together here. Still even some base runners, or put some base runners on, but at the end starting to put up a couple zeros here and trying to again in the 5th.
As you said, a tough start, allowed 3 in the first, but since then it's been pretty good. Base runners, but he's been leaving them stranded. A 0 in the 2nd, 1 run allowed in the 3rd, and a 0 in the 4th. Pitch count, he's kept under control as well as we start the 5th. He's sitting at 68, which is what you want. You want him to go as far as possible here.
Yeah, if you get a quick inning here, you can probably stretch him to 2, get him to that 6th, but you got to make it quick.
First pitch strike delivered. Michael Snyder, the catcher, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs in there, is batting. Snyder double down the right field line back in the bottom of the 1st. He's going to put one deep out to right field this time. Back to the fence, and it is caught right at the fence by the right fielder for Doane in Vulcano. So 1 up, 1 down for the Mustangs, and that'll bring up Cressetti.
Yeah, and didn't have much further to back up on that one. Made a nice catch out there and recorded the first out of the inning. Talked about needing quick outs here in the 5th, and Yard gets one right there.
Cressetti does have an RBI as well. Hit a double back in the bottom of the 1st, brought in Thomas. He's 1 for 2. Was struck out in his 2nd at-bat, now making his 3rd plate appearance against Yard. One of Yard's 3 strikeouts was against this man, Cressetti.
And GPAC score update for you. In the top of the 4th, Dakota Wesleyan is up, or down 3-1, excuse me. Concordia up 3-1 over there.
And they're playing for the right to play Briar Cliff tomorrow. Briar Cliff got the big upset to start off the day over Concordia, putting up 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th. They were down 3 going into that inning. They put up 4 to walk it off. Incredible victory for the Chargers there.
Yeah, big time win, and now look, they get it guaranteed even if they lose tomorrow, a 2nd game. And that's the same for Mount Marty. They had a chance to earn that, and they did. Yard gets back-to-back strikes here, even up the count.
It was upset alert here just throughout the GPAC today, as the 7 seed in this pod is the top seed, or the top team going to Friday.
They're the reason both these teams are here. It's as simple as that. Both played really well, I thought, as that one's hit short and called foul.
Called foul. Doane tried to grab it. get the out. Foul first.
Yeah, and I think it might have been close, but I think the umpire the right call on that one. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how things play out there and down in Concordia as well over the next 24 hours. Could have as many as two games tomorrow. We'll see what happens as things play out.
2-2 pitch on the way with one out on the board here. Out towards right field. This one is hit deep. Crissetti back to the fence. It is caught on the warning track. That's number 2.
Yeah, and Volcano's getting his work out there this inning. The sound that made off the bat, I was like, oh boy, but no, that one stayed in, and Volcano once again finds it in the warning track, and all of a sudden you are 1 out away from getting out of this 5th inning.
Luke Blackman now up.
Having a good day, 1 for 1 with a walk. Maybe 2 walks, actually, I believe.
Bottom of the 3rd is when he hit that single out to center. Brought in Odell for the 4th run of the game for Morningside, which tied it up. High fly ball here. Nope, it's going to go foul. Nobody's going to catch that.
He did homer earlier today after the game was kind of out of reach against Northwestern. He put one over right between those trees in left center and showed some serious pop.
Oh, that truck out in left field is gone.
Thank you, sir.
Doesn't want to get hit.
I think I was more nervous for him than
honestly
he was for himself.
Yeah.
Maybe he was listening to us and went, oh, well, Josh says move. So.
Josh says that is the rule.
Yeah.
I mean, I may not follow it, but somebody maybe does.
I do, on occasion.
On occasion. 3-1 is the count right at the moment. Nicholas Yard with 2 outs on the board and nobody on. Having a good inning so far. A couple of fly outs to right. Snyder and Crosetti both fly out. Blackman now in a 3-1 count. Swing and miss for strike 2. Full count.
And just 1 strike away of getting out of the 5th here. See if he can get it done.
Yard's pitch count just went over 80. If he sets a batter down here, he's probably going to throw the 6th.
Yeah, and as long as he keeps it under 90 going into the 6th, I think there's a pretty good chance.
Grounder over to the second baseman. Throw to first. He'll keep it under 90. We'll likely see him again. 1, 2, 3. Go the Mustangs. We go to that 6th inning now, tied up at 4 apiece. You're listening to KYN TV's coverage of the GPAC tournament in Yankton.
Looking to vacation close to home? Well, how about Yankton? Yankton is located in southeastern South Dakota. It's close to Iowa and on the Nebraska border. That makes it a great option for a fun family getaway this summer. Enjoy the Lewis and Clark Lake area for camping, boating, fishing, swimming, hiking, or biking. Visit the Huther Family Aquatic Center. Walk the Meridian Bridge and shop downtown. Hey, there's lots to do in Yankton, and it isn't that far away. Plan your next vacation at visityanktonsd.com.
Sam Kwapnowski to lead off the 6th inning for the Doane Tigers. 4-4. We've been tied since the 3rd inning. Both teams had a good start offensively. 3 runs go for Morningside in the bottom of the 1st. 3 runs for Doane in the top of the 2nd. Since then, each of them put up 1 run in the 3rd and back-to-back zeros for both in the 4th and 5th. Going now to the 6th, tie game at 4.
And you look at Kwapnowski this year, you know, he's 0 for 2. But, you know, he's been really good this season, 14 homers, and you know, looking to try to get some going here. I know he faced a lefty his first couple times up there, and that might have made a difference for the lefty.
He's a lefty batter. DH in here. Righty pitcher now in Kelfkin in relief.
Designated hitter for Doane, number 2, Sam Kwapnowski.
Through the complete 5th inning, came in with 1 man on off a walk. Got a couple more on, did Doane, but no runs. Kelfkin had a good finish to the inning. which ended with back-to-back strikeouts swinging for Kelfkin to get outs number 2 and 3.
Yeah, it had a really clutch spot there, and that was big, especially in a tie game. And oof, the catcher took a tough one there on that.
I'm not sure if the ball or the bat hit him there. I think it was the ball, hopefully. Shows a thumbs up to the batter. We're going to take a moment. Catcher for Morningside here, Snyder. He's having a good day. Michael Snyder Jr. out of Washington. He's good to go.
Yeah, need his bat, 2 for 3, like you said. And recover. He's tough, and he knows what's on the line here.
Full count pitch on the way after a ball throw here.
Kwapnowski trying to get on base here for the first time today, Tal. And we're starting to get in the middle stages of this game as he strikes out. Big strikeout from Kelfkin. He's been great on the mound.
Going back to the ending of the 5th now, the last 3 batters he's faced, he's struck them all out swinging. Yeah. Back-to-back strikeouts swinging for Kelfkin. He's feeling it right now.
He's been big, Tal, and saw it in the last inning in there, battling back, getting a strikeout. Now he'll face Johnny Volcano.
Call strike there on the breaking ball, 0-1 count. Volcano 0 for 2 has been struck out twice. That was against Kai Purdy Burton. First time he's facing Kelfkin here. 0-2. Grounder. Second baseman doesn't bring it in. It was a perfect placement right in between second and short, and that's a single in the books now for Doane.
Yeah, his first hit of the day, needed it, and get on base, and we'll see if the Tigers can create some kind of offense here and get a couple runs to take the lead.
Jordan Bond is the next up, and he had a home run in the top of the 3rd. That was the last run of the game we saw for Doane 3 innings ago. He's 1 for 2. The other trip up was a strikeout. This time he's going to put it out to center field and will fly out to the center fielder. So 1 for 3 with a home run in there.
We've talked about the unlucky metric this weekend, Tal. A lot of times you'll hit a ball really well and it'll just find a glove, and that was the case for Bond right there.
Aaron Volcano, senior outfielder. He's out and right today. 0 for 3 with a K in there. Bit of a struggle of a game 5 for him. First pitch strike from Kelfkin. Low and outside, ball 1 now from Kelfkin. 2 outs on the board. 1 on for the Tigers. We're in the top of the 6th.
And a Volcano at the plate and a Volcano on first. We'll see if that's the magic combination here for Doane.
Two-one pitch. Got under that in a big way, out towards down the left field line. It's going to stay fair, and it is caught out in left for out number 3. Towering moonshot over to left, and it was caught.
High and loud. There's been a couple of those, and all of a sudden, some zeros starting to get put up on the board, Tell, as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
That's 3 straight zeros put up by the Morningside defense. Doane trying to make it 3 straight when we go to the bottom of the inning. Back in 30 seconds, it's KYN TV.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Nicholas Yard going to throw the 6th inning after quick work in the 5th. 82 pitches he has thrown total, has 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 4 runs over 5 innings have come in.
Yeah, really settling down, and last couple innings throwing some blanks and looking good again here in the 6th.
1, 2, 3. Went the Mustangs last time out. Snyder flew out to right. Cressetti flew out to right. And then Blackman grounded out to the second baseman. Didn't go deep into the pitch count in the at-bats either. It was pretty good defensive work by Doane. Hayden Hickson to start things off. 0 for 2, been struck out both times. 3rd plate appearance.
Close on that one, but gets the ball call and start here in the 6th.
Approaching 8:40 p.m. High inside throw. Had to duck away from that. 2-0. Sun is just about set here. We're approaching full dark here. Lights certainly on in Yankton. Foul ball off the bat there. Likely the last time we'll see him on here as well for the Lancers, as tomorrow's games are max of 2 and they start at noon.
Look out here, unless there's a Dakota Wesleyan rally and they win.
Yeah. Throw over to first base after a grounder to the pitcher. What Josh is talking about there is who would potentially host a GPAC championship game on Monday, as the Lancers are the 7 seed. Unlikely for them to host, as the high seed would host there, but theoretically if the 8 seed Dakota Wesleyan Tigers get in a 7-8 matchup in the tournament championship, which would be just amazing to see.
Yeah,
Lancers could host in that one. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a 7-8 in any sport, honestly, that I can remember.
Closest would be March Madness, but even then 7-8s, they're towards the top end teams
conference
in the
tournaments.
league. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It takes some real crazy things to happen. But hey, it's the GPAC. Like we said, throw your favorites out the window sometimes. Those things can happen.
Speaking of, let's get an update after this pitch. Grounder over to third, gets by the third baseman, out towards left field. That's a double for Morningside.
Yeah, Woods is zooming around in the corner there. Yeah, so that score update. Concordia is up 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th against Dakota Wesleyan. Once again, that is an elimination game, just like here. Winner of that plays Briarcliff tomorrow, who rallied and had a walk-off against Concordia earlier today.
Second baseman number 2, Jackson Bunkers.
Second baseman Bunkers up to bat now. 8th spot in the order. Nick Yard still out there. 1 out on the board with the man on second now. Swing and miss. Strike 1. That was number 89. Next pitch will be 90. As Yard is getting up there in the count now, there is action in the bullpen for Doane. See if we can see who that is here in a moment, but first things first, 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside throw, ball 1.
Meanwhile, the 9-hitter Bunkers.
Yeah, it's 9-hitter, excuse me, Bunkers.
Yeah, trying to put a run on the board. Probably a hit probably does score Woods from second base.
1-1 pitch. High throw, make it a 2-1 count. 2-1. Got a piece. 2-2 count.
An out here obviously would be big for Yard. Get that second out, and all of a sudden he's in business here in the 6th.
Two. Ooh.
I think that hit the batter.
Ooh, yep. Not sure where it got him.
Okay, that might have actually been
I think
Bone.
it
I
got
heard.
his hand.
Yeah, they're gonna go check on him over there.
Yeah, got his hand, right hand. He sheds the glove and is trying to look at it here.
I think that hit the hand, then the bat a little bit at the end with part of that. And
he went to the ground in pain. And he's holding it limp. Hopefully that wrist of his is okay. There are athletic trainers on site for both co-hosting teams here in Morningside and Mount Marty. Morningside providing athletic trainers to help out this week as well. They're checking on him now. Looks like he's going to stay out there and run the bags. Bunker's the second baseman, going to be on first. And that'll put Woods, keep him on second. Hayden Hickson grounded out to start off the inning. That is the only out. As we return back now to the top of the batting order for the Mustangs. 1 out on the board and 2 men on. Here's a good situation for the home team in this game, Mustangs.
Kind of a stalemate these last few innings, putting up zeros. That one's driven hard but foul.
A 1 pitch on the way. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Grounder over to third, and it's off the body of the third baseman, and that's going to load up the bases.
That's big for the Mustangs. You know, Bond's been so good at third base there. A rare boot from him this weekend, or this week. Feels like it's a Sunday, but this week, I almost did it again. Now all of a sudden, bases loaded here for the 2-hitter, Delzell.
Yeah, that was a tough play there from the third baseman. If he'd handled that, he was standing right on the bag, and the runners went. He'd have just been able to tap that thing, throw over to second, maybe get a double play there, but instead the error, and it'll load the bases, and now we've got a mound visit. Nicholas Yard, pitch count at 95.
Question is, will they roll with him, or are they just stalling to get that man in the pen? A few more pitches. I think
they're going to roll with him.
They're going to roll with him here, and we'll see what happens. Big spot, a lot of trust, and even if you don't get the double play on that, you at least get another out over at first. All of a sudden for Yard. Tough spot.
Yeah, 95 pitches. Yard has thrown a long game, 5 1/3, 1 out here in the 6th. He's got the bases loaded, and stepping up here is the second man in the order in Delzell, who has been swinging the bat with the best of them recently. On base percentage at .433. He's got 35 RBIs, 54 hits on the season. He'll start off this at-bat by putting it right into the pitcher. He's going to glove it, throw over to first. 1 run's going to score, 2 outs on the board. That is a sacrifice RBI, and Morningside has cut the tie. 5-4, they lead.
Yeah, big right there. You get the run, and the Morningside gets their first lead since the bottom of the first.
And the first run of this game by either team since the 3rd inning.
Big spot there, and a chance to do more. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, though. It's Jacob Odell, the 3-hitter, Tell.
Runners on second and third here, actually. They did advance. Outside throw. Bunkers will be on third. Kielbasa on second. Woods is the man who scored there. Jacob Odell now batting. Couple of walks today. on his resume. Strike one delivered there, 1-1 count for Yard. Yard, I would assume this is probably his last batter.
You would think, whether he gets out of this or gives up a hit or a walk or something.
1-1 pitch. Just missed low is the call, 2-1 count. Yard trying to finish strong here, 2 outs on the board. Runners on second and third. It's a pivotal moment in this game. Bottom of the 6th. Brought to you by Runza. Low throw here, catcher's able to handle it. At Runza, they've got perfect burgers, bacon cheeseburger, Swiss mushroom, or spicy jack, made fresh and topped the way you like it, Runza in Yankton. 3-1 is the count here. Walk would load up the bases with 2 outs on the board. Yard, pitch count is now over 100. Walk.
Bases loaded here, and you wonder if that's going to be it for Yard.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Their coach has not left the dugout.
They're talking about it in the dugout right now.
If they're gonna
Looks like they're going to roll with him.
Give him the shot here. And
Yard's 1 out away. Bases loaded now. And he's facing Snyder, who's had a good day. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. And there comes the mound visit. Came late. As you said, stalling to give as much time for the bullpen arm to warm up as possible. But here comes the visit, and that will do it today for Nicholas Yard. He'll finish with 5 2/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks in there, 5 earned runs off of him, threw 101 pitches, and he'll have 3 on when he leaves. If any of them get home, they will be assessed to him as runs, as Ethan Merck will take over. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on KYN TV while the new pitcher warms up. We'll be back here in 30 seconds to tell you about him. Back in 30 for more GPAC tournament coverage.
Bikes. It's what we do. This is Canada Ace Bike and Fitness, and we're passionate about bikes. Our bike enthusiasts are knowledgeable and will fit you to your perfect ride. Not only do we have hundreds of bikes in stock to shop from, but we also have all the accessories you'll need. We service what we sell, so repairs and tune-ups are handled in store. Also shop Oakley sunglasses, Columbia clothing, fitness, and disc golf equipment too. Shop Ace Bike and Fitness of Yankton today.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe...
5-4, the score of this game. Morningside on top of Doane right at the moment. They just took this lead.
And now tell Ethan Merck on the mound here in relief. Bases loaded for Morningside, 2 outs, and Merck in a big spot. And looking at his numbers on the season, tell 4.2 on ERA and 13 appearances. He's got on the season, looking at 20 strikeouts here, so he's got strikeout ability and being trusted here in a big spot. Getting towards the late stages of this game, Tal. We're almost at the 7th here, and you know, every pitch counts.
Ethan Merck, you just talked about him. Good pitcher. He's in a bad situation as he starts it off. Bases loaded. It's a 1-run game. Snyder trying to extend this lead for the Mustangs.
I was about to say a good batter at the plate. Snyder's 2 for 3.
First pitch strike delivered. Ethan Merck, one of the top bullpen arms for the Tigers here. You just talked about him, Josh, but 14 appearances here, and it's a must-win game. They need him to perform. 1-1 count.
I need him here, and with that 1-1, takes a strike. 1 strike away from getting out of this jam here for Merck.
1-2 pitch with 2 outs on the way. Merck with the bases loaded. Low and outside. They're going to throw over to third, and it's going to bounce off the runner, I think. It might have hit him there as he went back in. The low throw, and that's going to lead to another run.
Wow, Bunkers over there got a little bit of an early jump. The catcher, Nix, saw that and decided to throw over, and then an errant throw. Like you said, I think it might have actually hit Bunkers there, and it results in a run. Crazy tournaments. We talk about every play or every pitch counting. How about every throw in general? That's a crazy run there for Morningside.
6-4, 2-run advantage now for the Mustangs.
Still a little bit of danger here, Tal. Runner on second in scoring position.
Out towards right field. This one's driven. Right fielder trying to get underneath of it, and there is out number 3. It does come in after 2 runs score for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 6th. 6-4 your score. Back after another 30 seconds. You're listening to the GPAC tournament on KYN TV.
Banking should be personal. You're not just an account number. You're family at Elkhorn Valley Bank. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or saving for the future, our local team is here to guide you every step of the way. We listen, we care, and we make the process easy. Experience banking that puts you first. Elkhorn Valley Bank. Personalized service and local support. There is a difference. For more info, go to evb.bank.
(6-4) after 6. Morningside on top here. 2 runs go in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's start off the 7th now in a 2-run ball game, Josh.
Yeah, looking at it here, crazy inning there. An errant throw leads to a 2nd run for Morningside. Now they're going to go back to Kelfkin here on the mound, who's been big since he's came in. He's pitched 2 innings, only given up 2 hits, no runs. Got a couple strikeouts as well, or 3 strikeouts, and they're going back to him again here in the 7th.
He had a big couple of strikeouts, as you just said. He was really performing well, including back-to-back-to-back strikeouts spanning the end of the 5th and the top of the 6th, all swinging too. Like he was throwing heat.
Yeah, throwing some heat, and his breaking ball's working too. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about big moments. They're bringing Ben Jones back to the plate. He's been good today.
Yeah, Braden Jones,
my
hitting
apologies.
well.
Yeah. Big-time home run.
Big-time home run. Back in the top of the 2nd. Solo shot. Gave him their first run of the game. Strike 1 looking there in the first pitch of the 7th. 0-1 on the way. Called strike 2.
Had almost trying to think of the pitcher. I'm blanking on his name. Closer in baseball has that weird stance. He gets a strikeout there with the arm up. Bryce could probably help me. The closer, Bryce, who has the arm up like this with the stance. Who am I thinking of? Craig Kimbrell. Yes. I knew as soon as you said I'd know it.
3 pitches, 3 strikes. Kelfkin sets down his first and his 4th strikeout of the game. First pitch strike, and the next man up.
Just mowing batters down right now.
Takahashi, who is 2 for 2, up to bat. Foul ball there. 0-2 count he's placing.
Got me to move a little bit on that one. I know there's an net, but even I was like, ooh. Do a little shuffle to the right.
I've said it, but I trust this net with my life. I don't even flinch anymore. I trust it. 0-2. Ooh, high throw there. Ducked away from it. Did Takahashi.
We'll talk about it, but a breaking ball that just didn't break on that one. Takahashi was able to duck that one. Had a nice hit earlier in this game over left field. 2 for 2 as well, and trying to get something on the board here for the Tigers.
Low outside throw, 2-2 is the count, 1 out on the board.
You think about it, the Tigers down to their final 8 or so outs here.
Only 2 runs to make up here. Top of the 7th. They've been able to get hits. They've just left too many on. 9 hits so far today for Doane. Only 4 runs. Morningside has 7 hits and 6 runs. Swing and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Both swinging. Kelfkin is just on one tonight.
Yeah, 6 strikeouts here in 2 2/3, and he's been money on the mound, and now he's gonna welcome in Nevels here.
Justin Nevels.
Nevels with 2 outs on the board, both strikeouts swinging from Kelfkin. I think that was number 5 from Kelfkin. Either way, he's having a great day. Swing and miss, strike 1 there. One-two pitch now on the way. Strike looking. Kelfkin trying to go for the perfect inning here. 1-2. Well inside. 2-2 count. Nevels, who has struggled today, 0 for 3 at the plate. Shortstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul ball. Count will remain at 2 apiece.
Yeah, battle here, Nevels in the 8th spot here tonight. We've talked about how good bottom 4th this Doane lineup has been. Nevels has kind of been the struggling part of that here in this one. Had a good game 1 though earlier today, and looking to get it going here.
Grounder over the head of the pitcher. Shortstop brings it in on the run. Throw to first. They got him. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Kelfkin's good day continues. Back-to-back strikeouts swinging, then the ground out short over to first. You're listening to the GPAC tournament as we go to the bottom of the inning now. Morningside bats incoming in the bottom of the 7th. 6-4, they lead back in 30 on KYN TV.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. With locations in Yankton and Sioux City, the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Grab your friends and family and get to the Boathouse in the downtown Meridian District in Yankton and in the heart of historic downtown Sioux City. If you can't be on the boat, then it's the Boathouse.
James and I are having a beef.
About which Runza burger is best.
It's the savory Swiss mushroom. Hands down.
No, it's the double cheeseburger. 2 burgers, better than 1, 'cause math.
The spicy Jack burger is also good.
True. Wait, why are we fighting?
I forget. Come get your favorite Runza burger today, because Runza makes it all better.
Want the best fast food burger around? Try Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
6-4 your score as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. We just found Giacomo Crossetti will be batting first in the bottom of the 7th inning for Morningside. A 1 for 3 today. He does have an RBI and 1 strikeout as well. That RBI came in for him early in the game. Bottom of the 1st, had a double over to left field, brought in Thomas.
Meanwhile, Ethan Merck on the mound here. He was trusted to get out of a big spot, and did last inning, and going to him here in the 7th.
Grounder over to short, off the glove of the shortstop and out towards center field. That was a hard hit grounder, and it results in a base hit for Crossetti.
Yeah, tough play to make for the shortstop, Nevels over there, and wasn't able to come up with it, and all of a sudden a runner on. bring Luke Blackman to the plate. Had a big hit today with an RBI and also had a home run in game 1.
Blackman's RBI came in that 3rd inning. The lone run of that 3rd. One-oh count. Strike throw there, 1-1. Blackman's been a good bat all week. Now it's starting to come down to an elimination game. Morningside leads 6-4. They could use him right now.
Late stages of this game at this point.
Bottom of the 7th. We just hit 9 o'clock. What was the start time here? 6:50?
Yeah,
2 hours and 10 minutes in?
Yeah, about 6:50. Making good pace for a 9-inning game.
Yeah. Throw over to first. Not going to pick off the runner, Crosetti.
Didn't think it would go that way, how it was starting early with some of the runs and the fireworks here, but pitching has really kind of settled in since about the 3rd inning for the most part.
Ethan Merck out here once again for the Tigers. Out of Saskatchewan. And he'll get a strikeout. 1 down in the inning.
Yes, I was going to say out of Saskatchewan and back to the dugout with that nice pitch there from Merck.
Bring up Sam Wilt now. Junior out of Anamosa, Iowa.
Now it looks like he's pinch hitting here for Hickson.
Yep. Hickson 0 of 3 with 2 strikeouts in there. Bring in Wilt, who we have seen throughout the tournament. Wilt against Northwestern did have 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. And yesterday against Mount Marty, 0 for 3 with a walk in there.
So definitely a much better day, too, getting a couple hits against Northwestern.
Trying to build off that here. He's pinch hitting. Foul ball off the bat, 0-1 count.
That one might have went out of the park. Cleared over our booth here.
A 1 pitch. Foul ball there, just got a piece of it. It'll be an 0-2 count now for Wilt. Wilt coming into pinch hit, now down in the count, 0-2 after back-to-back fouls.
1 man on over at first.
Inside ball that time from Merck. 1-2.
Talked about here, Morningside just trying to add a couple runs here. Get a little bit of a cushion. Well done, trying to keep it within striking distance.
Trying Crosetti at first again, won't pick him off. 1 out on the board currently in the bottom of this 7th. It was the Blackman K.
Until the last 2 pitches, he's thrown the same thing. Breaking balls that didn't completely break and stayed high.
He's got a 2-2 count at the moment with 1 down in the inning. Strike 3. Got him looking. 2 strikeouts now in the inning for Merck. Got Blackman swinging, and now Wilt looking.
And they'll bring Connor Woods to the plate. He's got a hit. They scored that run in the last inning that ended up coming home on the wild throw, I believe.
Connor Woods, the redshirt junior out of Cedar Falls, Iowa. 2 outs, 1 on. Merck trying to finish off the 7th. Strike one thrown, first pitch strike.
Thought about swinging at that one, decided a little late and had to check.
A 1. Outside. 2 outs on the board. One pitch. Got him swinging again. Merck's throwing well right now. 1-2 count. 2 strikeouts in the inning, with 1 single to lead it off. Corsetti had a leadoff single. Blackman then struck out swinging. Wilt then struck out looking. Here's Woods with a 1-2. Foul ball, staying alive. This is the center fielder for the Mustangs.
Merck 1 strike away from sending this to the 8th.
Trying to give his bats a chance. Down 2. 1-2 pitch. Foul ball.
We're fighting here, just trying to stay alive and put something in play. Listen, errant throw, good stab there by Jones. Keep it from going wild.
1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Merck fires. Runner goes. Strikeout anyway. That'll do for the 7th. 3 strikeouts. Back to back to back for Merck to finish off the 7th inning. Go to the 8th now, 6-4, Morningside by 2. We've got 2 innings left to play. Back in 30 seconds, this is GPAC Tournament Baseball on KYN TV.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we understand that agriculture is more than just a business. It's a way of life. Whether you are planting crops, expanding your livestock, or investing in new equipment, our ag lending team is here to help you grow. With flexible loan options and personalized service, we'll work alongside you to find the right financing solution for your farm or ranch. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference. Visit us today at evb.com.
Let's go to the 8th inning here on KYNT. Zach Kelfkin, who's had one heck of a day so far. 5 strikeouts over his 3 innings. Total pitches at 50 as we go to the 8th.
Yeah, and looking at it here, he's really stabilized things and shut things down against the Stone offense. Getting strikeouts, like you said, 5 through 3 innings, doing a great job, and they're trusting him here once again in the top of the 8th.
Gerald Nix going to be the first batter he faces, looks like. Nix is 2 for 3. Does have an RBI. Brought in Takahashi back in the 2nd. And he bats at the bottom of the order. Good situation for Doane. You get your 9-hole batter up first. If you can get him on base, you'll start off back at the top of the order with 1 on here in a crucial 8th inning, down 2.
Yeah, and one thing, good news for Doane is you do get the top end of that lineup here these last inning or 2. Try to get a couple runs across and at least try to tie the game.
You need 2. We're in the 8th. White Kelfkin's been throwing. Man, it's hard to get anything rolling, though. A 1 pitch. Ball throw, 1-1.
Kelfkin, it's hard to see from here. I do believe there is at least someone walking around over there in the pen. I can't tell if that's someone warming up or not. I have a weird angle.
Couple pitchers stretching, getting loose. Nobody warming up yet. Out towards the second baseman. This one is out at first. Second baseman handles the grounder clean. And a 4-3, 1 out on the board, 2 outs to get for the Mustangs. We go to the top of the order.
Play there from Bunkers, by the way, over at second to get that fielder. He came in hot. He was able to grab it and get the throw over to first.
Amick, 2 for 4, 1 RBI. That came in the second inning as well. Doane hasn't scored since the third. They had 3 runs go in the second, 1 in the third. Quiet all the way until the 8th now. And an 0-1 count at the moment for Amick.
Yeah, need the leadoff man to get a hit here if you're down. Get on base.
0-1. Make it 0-2. He went around there on an outside throw. Got him to chase, did Kelfkin.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one was going to break outside until it was too late. Hit a little half swing, and half swing still counts as a strike.
0-2. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, strikeout looking again for Kelfkin. I like this guy's stuff. He is throwing well tonight.
Yeah, he is, and that's strikeout number 6 here tonight. And through 3 2/3, pitching really well. And like I said, really since he came in and shut things down.
I'll bring up the DH, Bobnowski, who has had an incredible season, but a tough game here against Morningside. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch strike delivered from Kelfkin. Nick started off the inning with a ground out to the second baseman. Amick just struck out looking. Bobnowski with an 0-1. Make it 0-2, swinging.
One strike away from mowing down another 3 batters here. Kelfkin is rolling.
Strikeout swinging, punch out, 1, 2, 3. Kelfkin can't be stopped right now. We're going to go to the 9th inning, and Morningside is going to be 3 outs away from winning this game. But first, go to the bottom of the 8th, see if they could add a little more wiggle room. 6-4 your score, 2 runs is the deficit at the moment. Back in 60 seconds, we'll take a break on KYN TV.
Vacation close to home. Vacation in Yankton. Yankton is just a quick trip from Nebraska and Iowa. Yankton features one of the best recreational areas around, Lewis and Clark Lake, with boating, fishing, swimming, hiking, biking, and miles of shoreline. Take the kids to our fabulous aquatic center, shop and eat in our historic Meridian District, or take a stroll on our famous Meridian Bridge. It's all here and not that far away. Plan your next vacation in Yankton, South Dakota at visityanktonsd.com. Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Bottom of the 8th, Morningside by 2. They're trying to add a little bit of wiggle room, a couple insurance runs before we go to the 9th, where they will be 3 outs away from finishing off this ball game and punching their ticket to Friday. Doane, on the other hand, really needs 3 outs here. Ethan Merck on the mound had a great inning last time with 3 strikeouts on the day. He's going to have a ball 1 on the first pitch. It's Bunkers here, the second baseman for Morningside, who bats in the 9-hole.
And then once you get past him, it's the top of the lineup for Morningside. Kielbasa, Delzell, and company.
Once again, 3 strikeouts in the last half inning for Merck. He struck out. Blackman swinging, Wilt looking, Woods looking, and the 5 batters he faced. Or excuse me, 4 batters he faced. Grossetti hit a single to start off the inning, and then back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Merck to send us to this 8th.
Quick update for everybody on the Concordia side of things. They're up 9-2 on Dakota Wesleyan right now. As that one's hit deep to left, Tal.
And it drops fair. That's going to be 2 bags taken for Bunkers, the 9-hole batter for Morningside, and now it's kind of nightmare scenario for the Tigers. 1 on, and the top of the order now incoming for the Mustangs.
Yeah, top of the order. We've talked about Kielbasa and how good he's been throughout this tournament. 3 hits earlier today, and he's got a hit in this one, an infield single in the first, and looking to add to it right here.
6-4, the score currently stands. Morningside is on top, and once again, due to a coin flip, they are the home team in this game, so they would not have to go to the bottom of the 9th should they get 3 outs in the top of the inning. Trying to add runs here first. First pitch strike from Merck now as he's working on Kielbasa.
And Merck's been pretty good too. He's worked through 1 in the 3rd, 3 strikeouts here. No earned runs either. That was only his 2nd hit he's given up. Pitching well. The guys out of the pen today in this one have been really good.
Once again, yeah, that 7th inning just a moment ago is ball outside. Struck out back-to-back-to-back batters to send us to this 8th. That was impressive.
He could use a strikeout or 2 here. 1 man on second, no outs. And top of the Morningside lineup.
These guys know their seasons are on the line. They're playing with everything they've got. 1-1 count. Grounder down the right field line. It stayed fair. No. They're going to hold. Foul ball. I thought it was foul, and I saw the base coach signal fair, and I thought that was the umpire for a moment, both wearing blacks. I called it. That is foul.
I know we've talked about before. What I like about the GPAC tournament, when you get to tournament play, is 4 umpires out here, 4 officials.
3. Yeah, you looked at the hitting coach as well as I did.
They're wearing the same color.
Yeah, they are.
All right, yeah, 3 out here. My goodness.
But yeah, normally you get 2 during the regular season, 3 for the tournament. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 delivered. That's 1 down for the Tigers.
And needed it, got it. 1 out here.
Really cannot allow a single run here in the bottom of the 8th. You already got 2 runs to make up. Can't make it more. That'll bring up Delzell after the Kielbasa strikeout looking. Michael Delzell, 1 of 3 with an RBI today. He was on a sacrifice ground out was his RBI. Back in the 6th, 1 of 2 runs they got there. 1-0 after a ball throw. Strike 1 there looking. 1-1.
In a lot of ways, if you can get an out here, that kind of neutralizes the run on second just because you can get an out without having a sacrifice or anything like that. So Merck will be big here if he's able to get Delzell out.
Foul ball will make it a 1-2 count. Getting to the end of this game. Coming down to it between the 2 and 3 seed.
Doane is going to get 1 more chance here in the top of the 9th, but we'll see what the score's at that point.
Grounder over to the first baseman. Throw over to first. They are going to get him. Call is out. That was close.
Yeah, that was close. A little bit of a hesitation there between Merck and Jones and who was going to take that. And I thought it was really close, but they get the call over there with the out.
2 outs now on the board for Morningside. That does advance the runner over to 3rd. So 90 feet away from making it a 3-run ball game as Jacob Odell now steps up to bat. And he's been walked a couple times today.
Yeah, and had a homer earlier today in the first game against Northwestern, and I think he'd take that again. Maybe add a couple runs here if he could, but
I think you'd always take a home run. Just a feeling. I could be wrong, but gut feeling.
And there is a conversation going right now over here talking about that last play.
Morningside coaches, obviously, a close play like that, they're saying, hey, we wanted that one. Be called safe, but.
And by the way, update for you, just heard it over the PA. Concordia's added 3 more runs there.
Yeah, Concordia is starting to take control over Dakota Wesleyan in that final game down in the Concordia pod. First pitch strike in the at-bat for Odell. pivotal moment of this game. 2 runs is the deficit at the moment. Doane needs to keep it there. Morningside trying to add to it. Runner off third. Strike 2 looking, 0-2 count. Merck up in the count in a big way, but a runner threatening. Out towards center field. This one is driven. It's going to stay in. Center fielder makes the catch. And that is number 3. Doane defense did their job. Give their bats a chance. They have 2 runs to make up. Morningside needs 3 outs. We'll see what happens when we go to the 9th. Back in 30 seconds. This is GPAC coverage of the tournament on KYN TV.
Summer's here. Now's the time to shift into gear. Explorers, credit unions, the place to go. With discounted auto loan rates that steal the show. 1% cash back, take the ride. Rates as low as 3.99 APY. Cruise into savings, take the ride. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Explorers Credit Union. Join the drive today.
Final 3 outs. It comes down to Morningside in the top of the 9th inning is 3 outs away. Zach Kelfkin has put together a masterclass of a relieving effort here. 7 strikeouts, and he has just been money over the last couple of innings. Doane has 2 runs they need to make up in this 9th to keep their season alive.
Yeah, and winner will see Mount Marty tomorrow. First pitch of that game will be a noon one pregame here at 11:30, KYN TV, KYNT, and on the GPAC network. So plenty of options there to check out that game tomorrow. Mount Marty versus whoever wins this one. Obviously, Morningside looking to hold on here, hoping for a rematch there. I think that'd be, what, the 6th time they've played in about a week and a half?
Yes, it would.
Meanwhile, for Doane, they played Mount Marty earlier today, had a lead 4-1, and things just kind of got out of hand from there. The Mount Marty bats, Lancer bats, woke up there, and see what happens. Do or die now, though. 2 out of 3, or the 2 Volcanos we'll see up in this inning, as well as Jordan Bond. Bond does have a home run in this game, and I think Doane would definitely take another one right now.
Just over 2.5 hours into this game as we start the 9th. Kelfkin on the mound. Looks like Yanez in pinch hitting.
He tried to get him with the breaker there, and no bite from Volcano. Wait, no, it's Yanez.
Yeah, Yanez in pinch hitting.
Whoops.
All good. Swing and miss. Strike 1 there. Let's talk Yanez stats on the season here. Yanez coming in to pinch hit, and he is a .455 batting average. Limited action, only 11 at-bats. But very good at-bats. He's got a 2-1 count at the moment against Kelfkin.
They're calling down the dugout. Yanni at the plate.
Ball 3 from Kelfkin.
You could tell Kelfkin wanted that one. I thought maybe he might have gotten it, but a ball call. 3-1 here for Yanez, trying to get the rally started.
3-1 pitch, Kelfkin. Gets strike 2. Swinging. He has 7 strikeouts on the day.
Full count here, and trying to battle back and go for number 8.
Out towards right field. This one's driven deep. If it's fair, this is huge. And it does drop just inside the line. Gonna be a double. Leadoff batter is on for the Tigers, and they're fired up.
Big at-bat there for Yanez, getting a double right in the corner there in right field. And all of a sudden, Doane in business. Jordan Bond at the plate. He does have a homer to left earlier in this game, and he can do it again. It'll be tied.
Runner coming in for him. Looks like that is Johnny Volcano. Yanez came in to pinch hit for Volcano, and Volcano will come in to run the bags now. Got the double, did the pinch hitter. Bring up Jordan Bond now. He's got an RBI, 1 for 3, with the strikeout in there as well. Bond, his 1 RBI, 1 hit and 1 run, was a home run back in the 3rd inning. Six to 4. Doane's got 2 runs to make up here, 1 in scoring position. The tying run is at the plate for him. Kelfkin on the mound. Out towards left field. This is foul. Does not stay inside the line. About 1.5 feet left of that left field line.
That's the difference between it being a 1-run game and a foul ball right there. And crazy how close that was.
About 15 inches from a 1-run ball game.
Thought for a second it was going to stay fair, but it didn't.
0-2 pitch on the way. No outs. Foul ball. Staying alive here is Bond. That's it. Just staying alive. Doane trying to keep this game rolling.
Yeah, just trying to find a way, get on base, get Yanez across if he can.
Went low for that one, just got a piece of it. Did he catch it? Morningside saying he caught it. Now we are behind him from our angle, so his body was blocking. I could not see it. The catcher is saying he caught it, and the officials are going to talk about it.
They're going to have a conversation about this one. And
now once again from our angle, behind home plate, the body of the catcher was blocking where the glove was, so I couldn't tell you.
If called a strike here, or an out, that will be
number 1.
Kelfkin's not only the first out of this inning, but his 8th strikeout today.
Had one heck of the day.
They're taking a conversation on this. Foul ball.
Foul ball.
I think that's the right call. I think it was close, but I think overall probably the right call there. Once again, hard to see from where we're at.
Kelfkin still has an 0-2 count, can still get it here. Bond. With a runner on second. Gets a hit over here. It's going to go to the third baseman. He got it in the glove. Throw to first. He's there in plenty of time. Runners on the corners, and the tying run is on for the Tigers.
And tying run on, and all of a sudden the leading run at the plate.
Zach Kelfkin, who has really had a great day, needs to turn it on here. This battle between the 2 and 3 seed is exactly what it was billed up to be. I was hoping we were going to see this matchup at some point during this pod, and it's been fun, I tell you what. 6-4 the score currently, no outs on the board. Aaron Volcano now up to bat. He's a senior, and he's had a rough day so far. He's 0 for 4 with a K in there. But I'll tell you what, in a situation like this, forget everything that has happened in the rest of this game. Forget the averages on the season. For one man, one at-bat, anything's going to happen here. Mound visit Morningside. We might see a closer come in here. There is someone warming up. Kelfkin's had a great day so far, but after 2 rough at-bats, looks like they are going to make a switch.
Yeah, make a switch. And he had a good day, you know, 4 innings pitched. Got 7 strikeouts here and leaving with runners on the corners in the 9th.
Did not allow a run so far, but once again, 2 runners on. They would be his. As a closing pitcher comes in, trying to get the final 3 outs for Morningside. Doane is trying to send us to the bottom of the inning if they are able to get 2. Looks like the closing pitcher for Morningside is going to be Sam Hansen, Jr. out of Gowrie, Iowa. We're going to keep this one right here. Sam Hansen, Jr. out of Gowrie, Iowa. He's got a 2.23 ERA on the season, and this is his 20th appearance. This guy's good, Josh. Tell me a little more about him.
Pitched well yesterday and against Mount Marty. He has a 2.23 ERA in 19 appearances and 27 strikeouts. And he's a guy you like in this situation.
You mentioned pitched yesterday against Mount Marty. He threw 2 1/3 innings. Ended up with 1 hit and no runs scored off him. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Josh Pratt came in relief to throw the 9th, but he threw the 7th, 8th, and the final run of the 6th. And it looks like he threw 28 pitches.
Yeah, so for 2 1/3, a relatively low pitch count there, and he's coming in a spot to try to find a way to get 2 outs without giving up, or 3 outs without giving up 2 runs. And we'll see if he can get it done.
And runners are on for the Tigers once again. Runners on the corners with no outs. All options open for the Tigers here. Aaron Vulcano, the right fielder, will be the first bat. Once again, a tough day here, 0 for 4, but you never know what's going to happen in a situation like this. He's batting .328 on the year. Runners return to the field. It'll be Max Harris on first. I believe Johnny Vulcano on third. Came back in after Yanez pinch hit for him. He'll come in to pinch run, take it back over. Aaron Vulcano trying to bring in his brother on third to make it a 1-run ball game here. Hansen's first pitch just caught the zone, 0-1 count. Sam Hansen, a junior, trying to finish off this game. No outs in the 9th. Out towards right field. This one's put deep, and it is caught in right. That is still going to lead to 1 run on the sac fly out to right. 1-run game here in the 9th.
And if you're Morningside, you don't want to give up the run, but they'll take that. 1-run game, runner on first, 1 out here. Now Hansen, it's up to him to get out of this. And here comes Braden Jones. He's got that big homer earlier. Obviously, we've seen his power today. And I think Doane could live with him putting one over right now.
Absolutely. The RBI to Aaron Vulcano there, brought in his brother Johnny Vulcano off third on the sac fly to right. Runner on first had to stay, however. That's pretty key at the moment. No runner in scoring position.
Jones swinging for the fences there.
Doane might need multiple hits here unless Jones is able to put another one over. Jones once again had a home run back in the 2nd inning. Solo homer to lead off the 2nd. 1-run game, 6-5. Foul ball. 0-2 count now for Jones. Doane doesn't want to go to their final out here with a runner on first. You want to at least advance him. Oh, 0-2 pitch for Hansen. Strike 3. That's 1. That's 2. That'll bring up Taio Takahashi. Doane is down to their final out. The 2025 season hangs in the balance. At-large bids are obviously on everybody's mind when you have a 2-3 matchup here in the GPAC, but nothing's guaranteed. You want to win this game, especially this season.
Takahashi got a chance to be a hero here. Well-placed hit. Obviously on contact, runner going with 2 outs.
(1-0). Hansen. Swing and miss at strike 1. Doane down to their last gasp. They need one run here in the ninth. Grounder over to the third baseman. He's got it on the run. Throw to first. Morningside advances to Friday. Mount Marty, Morningside will meet at noon to decide the pod that they are co-hosting here in Yankton. Storybook. This was expected for those two teams, man. They're hosting together, and now they meet to decide the pod.
Yeah, it should be a good one tomorrow. We've seen the close games these two teams have played against each other, and look, it's going to be a good one tomorrow.
Doane will fall in the GPAC tournament, coming up just short in the ninth inning. They had the tying run on, but they will leave him there. 6-5, your final score. Morningside advances.
Yeah, just a nice win there. And you look at the pitching performance after the third inning, only giving up one run there in the ninth. I mean, Kelfkin obviously a big part of that. Hansen here at the end shutting things down in a high-pressure situation. And look, they earned it. They're going to have a chance tomorrow. They had to win 2 games today after that loss last night. And now they're 2 more wins away from heading to Monday.
2 wins away. Mount Marty, Morningside tomorrow, first pitch, noon. All coverage right here on KYN TV. We'll also have that one live on local radio, 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT as well. Morningside enjoying that win. Tomorrow, I tell you what, it's going to be a fun day here in Yankton. Deciding a pod championship at Riverside Field. Lancers need 1, Morningside needs 2.
Yeah, it should be a great one. Like I said, it should be a lot of fun tomorrow, and 2 teams that play each other really close.
With that, let's go ahead and take a final break here in our post-game show from the Boathouse. We'll come back after this and get things rolling. Back in a couple of minutes to wrap things up in Yankton. This is KYN TV.
Bikes. It's what we do. This is Canada Ace Bike and Fitness, and we're passionate about bikes. Our bike enthusiasts are knowledgeable and will fit you to your perfect ride. Not only do we have hundreds of bikes in stock to shop from, but we also have all the accessories you'll need. We service what we sell, so repairs and tune-ups are handled in store. Also shop Oakley sunglasses, Columbia clothing, fitness, and disc golf equipment too. Shop Ace Bike and Fitness of Yankton today.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. With locations in Yankton and Sioux City, the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Grab your friends and family and get to the Boathouse in the downtown Meridian District in Yankton and in the heart of historic downtown Sioux City. If you can't be on the boat, then it's the Boathouse.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, community banking isn't just what we do, it's who we are. We believe in local decisions, personalized service, and reinvesting in Yankton to help our community grow. Elkhorn Valley Bank offers fast loan approvals, friendly faces, and employees who truly care. Whether you're saving, borrowing, or planning for the future, trust your hometown bank. Elkhorn Valley Bank, local, strong, and here for you. For more information, go to evb.bank. Elkhorn Valley Bank, there is a difference.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we understand that agriculture is more than just a business. It's a way of life. Whether you are planting crops, expanding your livestock, or investing in new equipment, our ag lending team is here to help you grow. With flexible loan options and personalized service, we'll work alongside you to find the right financing solution for your farm or ranch. Elkhorn Valley Bank, there is a difference. Visit us today at evb.com.
Postgame show from the Boathouse today, a proud sponsor of the GPAC tournament, offering axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks in the downtown Meridian District in Yankton and the historic downtown Sioux City. Morningside defeats Doane. They get that out 3 before that final run comes in for Doane, 6-5. Morningside in 9. What a game we just saw, Josh.
Yeah, it was really good. You know, there are a lot of players who stepped up, but I look at Kelfkin there. I mean, it was a close game all the way through, but he comes in, he pitches 4 innings, gives up 1 earned run off the sack of fly there after he ended up leaving, but a really good day for him. I mean, you know, and a lot of active bats. We saw some home runs. It was just a really good time, exciting game that really started off as a lot of active bats and a lot of runs that turned into a bit of a pitcher's duel after about the 4th inning. It was a lot of fun.
Pitcher's duel and a couple of errors really were the difference here. Morningside, clean baseball, did not have an error all game long. Doane, on the other hand, did commit 3 errors. Those ended up being big in this ball game, along with some incredible pitching performances on both sides. Like you said, in terms of hitting the baseball, Snyder and Crosetti both went 2 for 4 for the Mustangs, and some pretty good performances. Amick went 2 for 5, and Takahashi, Nix both 2 for 4 for Doane. Post-game show from the Boathouse as we're wrapping things up here on a late night and a long Thursday in Yankton. Once again, tomorrow we're going to have first pitch at noon, 11:30 start time, Mount Marty Morningside for the 6th time this season. Those two, and that's not even just this season, the last week and a half.
Yeah, you know, this will be the 6th game they've played since last Wednesday against each other. So, you know, we talk about these teams in this conference knowing each other well. I think these two teams might know each other just as well as anybody with how much they've played each other recently.
Oh, it's crazy. Like, it's wild that they had the 4-game series to end the regular season. Then they play the first game of the GPAC tournament against each other. And now they're meeting in the Pod Championship as well. That is just wild how it ended up working out. And then you throw in that they're co-hosting here.
Yeah.
This is just weird.
I think that's what we call fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Each of these games between these two, I know through the first 5, it was 4 to 1 advantage Morningside, but each of them could have gone either way. Even the one Mount Marty won could have gone either way, and I think we're in for another good one tomorrow.
That's going to do it for us here today. Finishing things up on a late Thursday night. That'll do. Morningside over Doane. And there are 2 teams remaining. Oh, we should do out-of-town scoreboard, actually. I believe Concordia is leading quite a bit over Dakota Wesleyan at the moment. Check that before we send it away. Yeah, 13-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Concordia is actually a couple outs away from getting that run rule to go to Friday and face Briarcliff. Concordia is at a disadvantage there. Briarcliff got there over a win on them earlier today. That'll do it for us now on KYNT. We'll be back at 11:30 tomorrow. First pitch, noon. Alongside Josh Bolter, Bryce Ladwig to my left, I'm Tel Tanner. This has been KYNTV's production of the GPAC Tournament.